Josh Johnson Show. I'm Josh Johnson, joined by my co-host, fellow stand comedian Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. How are you?
I am getting a call, so I'm not doing great. 1 second. 1 second. I'm here again. I'm back. Doing great. How are you?
Doing great. Everything's fine. I'm doing all right, man. I think we're about to get some nasty weather here in Iowa. Have you guys been getting hit with anything yet? Not to open with weather talk, but
I mean, it's only nasty if you're not freaky. You know what I mean? Like this is good.
Nope. I hate what you just said.
Nah, like this is just good weather for like if you cuddled up with somebody and like, oh no, we can't leave, maybe we should.
Only nasty if you're not freaky.
Yeah, like maybe we shouldn't leave. Maybe it's nice being warm together,
It's a real baby. It's cold outside situation.
Not really, because you live together in this scenario. This isn't a visitor. That
Sorry, are you role playing as me talking to Jess right now?
No, I'm role playing as anybody talking to anybody that lives with anybody.
Okay, because for a second I thought it was.
No, that'd be weird. Be like, baby, don't go out and save lives tonight. Like that'd be wild. No. I'm.
They really need me at the hospital. Nah, girl, come on. The fire is warm. She's like, we don't have a fireplace. Where did you start a fire?
Hey, you know who needs reviving?
This dick.
Well, it takes all the mystery out of it when you say it.
I know. I regret saying it, but it was also funny to me. Well, hey, man.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Yeah.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, it's holiday season, and you want to do a little holiday mailbag?
We are. We're going to be doing a
little Santa
holiday
sack of emails?
Mailbag, a full-on Santa sack of emails. But also, can you do the thing that you've done before where, like, we'll take turns reading them? So just, like, shoot me anything that you want me to read.
I figure I can do that. Or since we're not, like, really doing video, I can probably just screen share the emails with you.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I think we might do it that way.
Yeah, so we wanted to give back in the form of giving you what you gave us. It's a real regifting of the holiday. You were kind enough to send things in, so we want to read them. We want to share our thoughts on the things that you think with us, with you.
Yeah. Now, when you put it that way, it does sound shitty because basically,
what do you mean?
The gift we're giving, is just announcing what people have given us, and we're like, "You're welcome. We gave it back."
No. But it's like, imagine if somebody gave you a gift and you could add to it. So if I gave you a car and then you got it detailed, it'd be an even better car.
But then saying it's a gift to you because I got my car detailed.
It is. You're giving me a car back? Thank you, brother.
Oh, see now that's what I'm saying, is you're saying.
Yeah.
That's where the communication wasn't lined up because I wasn't giving it back. I was sending you a picture of it detailed being like, Merry Christmas, buddy.
You would do that. That's exactly who you are as a person. So yeah, let's get into it. If you want to take the first one.
Yeah, I'll take the first one. I'll go ahead and screen share with you right now so we can both see them as we go here.
Let's get weird. Let's get freaky with it.
Let's get weird. Let's get freaky. Baby, it's cold outside. Which one do we want to start with here? I'll start with this one because I've had a couple people mention this to me. But this is from Kiera, and the title is Subreddit for Tiny Town and Squirrels. Now, changing it to Tiny Town instead of Toontown kind of goes, and then Squirrels. So this is an abstract change to both of our nicknames from Toontown and Squeaks to Tiny Town and Squirrels, which I don't hate, actually.
Yeah, I mean, if you'll remember, it actually sounds like our Bizarro forms. Like it sounds like there's going to be like just a more extreme version of each of us running around that is Tiny Town and Squirrels. Like Squirrels like actually like needs to get LASIK. Like actually cannot really see. And then Tiny Town is got like a weird like bone fusion going on where his knees are just like real low to the ground. You know what I mean? Like he still walks, but as far as a shin, his shin is the size of a hand. Like we're talking like knee feet. right?
That's like a Hank Hill's dad from King of the Hill, where he doesn't
really?
have. Yeah, his shins were blown off in Korea, so they just grafted his feet to his knees. So he just has
no, I'm not
straight,
talking about
short
that
legs.
though. No,
Right.
he still has a little bit of shin.
Oh, still a little bit of shin. Okay.
Yeah, but just enough to look cartoonish.
Squirrels, I was just thinking it's literally like just clothing filled with squirrels masquerading as a man. Just
And for the voice box, it's just screams. It's just like
they got a little keyboard in there, but there's too many little paws, so they're just typing nonsense. Just 7.
yeah, that makes sense to me. That's
We've
what it
really
feels like.
this year the listeners have really created. We've gone beyond the JJU, the Josh Johnson universe, and now we've established the Josh Johnson multiverse. Because now there's Toontowns and Squeaks, there's Tiny Town and Squirrels, there's the Punisher and Iceman, or Man with Ice Powers who hates puns. Like now there's a whole action figure line of the two of us.
There's a lot more going on. I'll admit. I think that some of it is good and some of it has been counterproductive. Like I think that there are some things within.
Some of it has been What has been counterproductive?
I don't know if the bathroom detective should actually like stay in the universe. I think that like I enjoy it, and we're gonna put out that that trilogy, but I also think like, is this who I am when I listen back to it? Like,
well, I won't reveal too much, but I've been going through the tallies of people's favorite episodes, and I will say that character doesn't not make a showing. How about that? How about that for?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, what we have become.
We have a lot of enablers out there.
Yeah. Incredible.
Anyway, sorry. Back to this email from Kiera. Subreddit for Tiny Town and Squirrels. Please, it's so late and like everything is fucking funny. So I typed the subject of the email, and of course autocorrect fucked up my words, but made me laugh. So I'm gonna keep it there. So okay, so Tiny Town and Squirrels was actually autocorrect. Hey JLo, I recently made a subreddit for the Josh Johnson Show on Reddit. I got tired of having no one to discuss the show with without sounding not like myself. I mean, I said sorry about your Brain King at a gathering, and the guys thought I was referring to an NFL game. So then they started asking me questions about football. All I wanted to do was drop a dope-ass line from the show, and it turned into me getting questioned about who plays for the insert any football name here, because most men are assholes who want to badger you for knowing anything. That does sound like us.
I mean, I'd like to dispute, but I have been around people my whole life.
That's the thing. I try my best to not be one of those people, but I know me trying to not be one of those people is because by default we are those people.
Yeah, I've tried really hard. I've definitely, you know what it's led me to though? Now I actually don't help people.
No, dude, that was when mansplaining
really
was like
become a
talked
thing.
about a lot. I got to a point where I was like, I'm not explaining anything to anyone, even if they really want my help.
Yeah, it's like it's really not worth it. So I'm just
not worth enough.
I mean, I'm sure that they'll figure it out.
Yeah. I tend to start with the question of just like, do you want me to tell you? I found just an easy way to avoid that.
As someone who had to leave someone who was stuck in a grate, I've stopped helping. Never want to be that guy.
Even the email says here, sorry, got sidetracked. Well, so did we. Back to Reddit. While I made the sub, I have no idea how to moderate a Reddit thread, nor do I want to. I think the JLo community, well, the JLo community, I think is something else.
Yeah, the JLo, what a mix-up that would be to get on a Jennifer Lopez subreddit and then be like, man, y'all ever get your brain injured?
I'm not saying I want people to do that, but I also want people to do that. I think the JLo community has enough common sense to make the subreddit a living hell since we were since we're not talking about anything outside of the show, and the show itself is far from problematic. Thank you. That being said, I'm hoping this email will be read on the show for the very reason of bringing the J-Lo community together to laugh at episodes, make inside jokes, and whatever else Redditors do in subreddits. Yeah, I don't understand what people do in subreddits, but I've had a few people send me this, saying like, hey, do you know there's a Reddit for you guys?
Yeah. So I would say that maybe, we can give it a shot. I can't make any promises just because of time constraints, but I would definitely be interested in giving it a shot at like hitting up the Reddit every once in a while with a question or
maybe
like just something. That being said, I feel like a lot of our movements are like a Reddit thread to begin with, so.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. I don't even know if, like, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if we'll get involved with it at all. But I wanted to give it a shout out if someone's trying to create a community for people to get together and talk about the show. I figured may as well shout it out.
Yeah.
They have a link here, reddit.com/The Josh Johnson Show. So I don't know. We're not in charge of it. We're not moderators. But, like, I'm all about because we've had people email in trying to be like, hey, can you send me the email to this person that emailed in because they sound cool and I don't feel comfortable doing that. But
that definitely sounds like a setup. That sounds like
it sounds like it could either go great and make best friends or could be a nightmare.
Yeah.
So this might be a good way for people to voluntarily meet up.
Yeah. Wow.
But that's all. Thanks for keeping me quietly giggling in public spaces and occasionally scaring my coworkers in office with my loud, sudden laughter. P.S. If you have a favorite subreddit or Reddit type interaction, would love to hear about it. For me, it's the relationship Reddit posts where someone is sharing a minor situation between them and a partner, and people instantly jump to, he is such an abusive piece of shit, you need to live him, over something like, my husband didn't eat all his dinner. I hope people do yoga for reaches that far. All right, bye. Sorry I talked way too much. But yeah, Josh Johnson Show subreddit. Best, Kiera. Thank you for that, Kiera.
Thank you so much, Kiera. That means a lot. We appreciate you. And thank you for, starting the subreddit. This could be the beginning of something really beautiful or really terrible.
Yeah, and again, we make no promises that we'll check it at all. But
yeah, I'm what if it really is like a hellscape? Like as soon as we log on, and we get like, oh no, I think the Nazis got to it.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yes,
a lot of frogs in here.
Kiera, be a moderator with an iron fist, I think is what we're trying to say here. Best of luck to you. Do you ever get on Reddit at all? I've never really. I don't really understand it. Every time I click on something for Reddit, I'm immediately thrown off by just how it's structured.
Yeah, it's
the most old man.
The way
I feel.
that it used to be structured, I think there's been a slight change, but the way that was structured when we were in college was
big yawn right in the middle of the words.
Was like really hard to read. I felt like the only people who enjoy that type of layout are people who can also code. Like,
yeah,
I just would, when I would see it in college, when I would even have a link of something that I clicked that took me to Reddit, I would immediately get upset. Like, I just hated looking at even the layout of it. And not that it's changed a lot, but maybe it's because the camera quality and all this other stuff has changed with the internet in general, that I feel less annoyed by the look of it.
Okay. That makes sense. You see an email here that you want to read?
Yeah, we have an email here that the subject line is Hurricane Sandy saved me from a dating app scam, which is already, thank you for this. Thank you so much for this gift.
That's quite the setup.
Okay. Right. Are you ready?
And we can say it's from Maggie. We can say
I was going to say that at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
I usually say who they are at the time. Man, someday you'll understand how I do emails.
No, I understand how you do it. I just didn't know if I should do it the way you do it.
Yeah, I guess you don't have to, but go ahead.
So, are you ready? You all strapped in, tight, for what may very well be a true car accident of a story.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't read this one. This one did get selected purely because of the title.
Yeah, the fact that a hurricane saved you from anything means something bad was about to happen. All right. Hey, guys. I didn't find out about a secret family via a superstore, but I did catch a dating site scammer. I had just come back from being overseas for over a year. The guy I had been dating here and I weren't talking. Weren't taking off again, at least in my mind. So I thought, hey, I guess I could try one of these sites. I had exactly 4 responses before I ran screaming from it and have never ventured back. This might be long, but not as long and confusing as the toe fetish story, so hang in there. Anyway, the fact that there were 4 responses, that must have been 4 penises. It had to be. Like, it had to be just all penises. There's no way that you were like, hi, and someone was like, hi, and you were like, I'm out of here. Like,
well, it looks like all 4 are listed here. We got 4 numbers here.
Okay. Number 1, first guy, pictures of him in his military garb. I'm not a big fan of the military industrial complex, but thought, hey, let's chat. The story is that his family was killed in a car accident, blah, 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 which is already not
Maggie.
Great.
His family was killed in a car accident, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's such a grim response.
He was serving in Afghanistan. His story didn't ring true to me, and I left it alone. I'm not going to lie. You haven't given us enough information here for this person to outright look like a liar. Like, it sounds like 2 pretty bad things are happening to him.
Yeah. Now, I will say, if that was literally he sent one message and he opened with that, even true or not true, you should avoid that guy because he's going through something and you don't need to get wrapped up in, his trauma.
Have you noticed that bots still don't? This is going to be the next level of bot, I can assure you, but somehow bots still don't trauma dump. Bots are still very much like, hello, hey, you're in my local area. Yeah. Do you like to read? I also like reading.
Yes. Hello, sexy. What doing?
Yes, exactly. There's never a bot that's like, hey, how are you? Thanks for asking. I'm not great.
Yeah, hey, how are you? I'm trying out this dating thing. I've just really had a rough year and I'm trying to better myself.
Yeah.
That sounds like a man taking a swing.
That sounds like most people. Imagine if a bot was like, how are you? Nice to meet you. They're all dead. It's like, oh my God. Because bots wouldn't be good at it at first.
They're all dead.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got my eye on you, Mag. The blah blah blah. I mean, if I saw the message, then I'd probably I'm gonna say be on your side, because I'm sure that if you're telling me that 2 very plausible things happened to is lying, they must have told you an outlandish story.
That's I'm hoping the message had a clear red flag to being a scam or a game, but if not, blah blah blah. Goddamn.
Also, the fact that these are 2 things that do happen to people is like.
All right, let's move on. We got 3 more of these dudes.
I know, but wow. Second guy, another military one. Are you at a base? Did you set your parameters in the app for 2 miles? Okay, second guy, another military one. This guy is in Syria, which was kind of interesting because Syria hadn't gotten all public at the time. And I thought, hey, we chatted. That does say that. I'm not doing that. We
Yeah.
chatted. His family was also killed in a car accident, possibly with
Jesus.
the other guy's family. Not sure. I was skeptical because his writing didn't seem like what an English speaker would typically write. Certainly not an American English speaker. But then I thought, okay, our public school system sucks. So maybe, though he was a major or something. So again, I thought, we are still just texting via the app. So I ask him where he's from. He says LA. So I say, LA is a big place. Whereabouts? He says Avalon. Well, I'm from California. And if I were from Catalina Island, I would brag about it. So I told him this and said, I thought he made that up. I asked him to give me more places he knew in the LA area. He sent back an alphabetized list of cities in the LA area. I'm really seeing where the blah, blah, blah came from now.
Yeah.
Even my LA friends wouldn't recite cities alphabetically. Only the Rain Man could do this. I said, goodbye, you liar.
Goodbye, you liar.
Can you imagine going to like an actual speed dating meetup, and when you sit down, the first person is like, hi, I'm Bob. My entire family was killed in a car accident, and I am in the 157th. And then you're like, oh, okay, that's a lot to hand someone immediately. And then you switch seats, and the next guy's like, hi, I'm Chad. My entire family was killed in a car accident.
And then you're like, name all the cities you know.
Yeah. Just be like, where in Boston are you from? And it's like, oh, well, here's an itemized list of everything I've ever bought in Boston.
Goodbye, you liar.
All right. Number 3. This is where Hurricane Sandy enters the picture. This guy.
God, I forgot.
Yeah.
It's been a journey so far.
This guy is an architect living in New York, but is from Spain. So had that accent thing going in his favor, though sadly not French.
I think that's just saying their favorite accent is French, but yeah, someone from Spain living in New York, bringing in French accent is kind of a wild move.
Oh, God. Okay. Sadly, not French. Sandy is barreling down on New York, and I express my concern. He is fine. Power's still on. All is good. We talk multiple times over the days of Sandy. He tells me about his son and how they would like to visit me. Dad mentioned his wife died in a car accident.
This must be a common scam to lead with a fucking Batman backstory.
Okay. I say, well, where do you live in New York City? And he says, White Plains. I am clearly not a trusting soul because I'm asking him where exactly. He finally gives me an address and says he has a nice apartment downtown. He says at some point, well, now that you and I have met and you aren't going to use your membership to this shit dating site, can we give it to a friend for him to use? I say, not sure, as I'm Googling his apartment address, which is the White Plains Post Office. Okay. I tell him I doubt there are nice apartments in the post office. He says there are.
Well, you know what? Good recovery.
Yeah. If he had been smart, he would have said, oh, no, that's where I get my mail. But instead, he insisted he lived there.
Or at least say above. There's apartments like above you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that can happen, I think. But
and he circles back to the idea of me giving my account information to him for his friend. I say, sorry, see you, liar. Okay, number 4. As I am recovering from that, I notice someone has waved or winked at me on the app. I look, and it is my ex.
oh,
Now I am calling him my ex, but he didn't really know it yet. But he is on the app too. Over and out. Membership canceled. Miss Maggie.
Oh.
You know what this whole thing feels like?
What's that?
When you really need a ride home, right? Mm-hmm. And so you open Uber, and Uber is surging. It's like $50 for what you know is a $20 ride.
Oh, yeah.
Then you're like, okay, let me just check Lyft. But Lyft, you go to Lyft, and Lyft is $60. And so then you go back to Uber, and then Uber's like, well, we meet again.
Yeah.
It's $70 now.
And every driver that you get connected with in their bio, it just says, my family is dead.
And then you try to hail a cab, and the cabbie is like, hey, my meter broke, is $80. And then you're like, is there no way that I'm going to get home? And then you see your ex wave at you.
Parked across the street, winking.
Yeah. Wow. And then you're like, I don't think I'm ever going to get in a car again. I think I'm on my bike from here on out.
I think I'm done with cars. I think I'm out. Here's a short one. This is so remember, I can't remember if it was last week or a couple weeks ago, but about the the manager at work named Richard Balls.
Yeah.
So we got another response from the same person. I think we left the name off last time because they were talking about being high and talking about their manager. This one just says, hey, just listen to the new episode where you talk about a person named Dick Balls. Well, I work at a hotel, and I had to check in a guest that was named Richard Balls. Richard shortens to Dick, so I had to hold back laughter while looking this man in the eyes and say, enjoy your stay, Mr. Balls. One of the funniest things in my entire life. Anyway, I'm quite stoned while writing this, but hope y'all have a good day. Which is very similar to the first email they sent. And that's why you can see here, I responded. I said, are you playing with us? Because the last Dick Balls email was from you. And then they sent back, this story is 100% serious, but I don't think I sent you the last Dick Balls story. But I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, the other one. It's from the same email about Dick Balls. So here's what I'm enjoying about this scenario. One, just love to know there's several Mr. Balls out there. Also, this person has clearly gotten so incredibly high that maybe they forgot they've met their boss twice.
That's so funny. Yeah, I think that is what's happening.
Because both those emails are from the same person, and they're formatted like exactly the same way. They both end the exact same way.
That's so
and
funny.
That's why I responded, because I'm like, I don't want people emailing in thinking they can play with us. But like, and a part of it was also be like, you good? Did you? Is this a sorry about your brain king scenario?
That's so funny though. Like the fact that someone forgot is incredible.
That's great. Dude tells about a different Dick Ball, and even says, I just heard about you guys talking about it. Yeah. We were talking about your email. Speaking of weed, here's another short one. This is from Melissa, and I just like this one because it says, hey guys, y'all sure Josh doesn't smoke weed? Because he just asked, do you think teeth talk to each other? Before proceeding to describe a teeth house party where Logan's extra teeth are unwelcome guests. Anyway, keep up the excellent work. Cheers, Melissa. P.S. In the time it took me to type that, Josh has begun describing the absolute atrocity of Logan's long-lost dead twin he ate emerging from his fucked up teeth and saying, I'm here too. So I don't know, guys. I think he's almost high as I am.
Look.
Yeah. Now imagine what Josh would be like if he did get high. This is him sober.
Yeah, this is all me. Yeah, I mean, like
That's
this is
all
like
me.
This is this is like, you know, like when someone's like, wow, are you on steroids? And it's like, nah, I'm all natty, baby. Like,
yeah. No,
this is my
just
natural
genetic
brains.
insanity.
Okay.
You're welcome for my brain, Kings.
I don't let nothing get in, right? Like nothing that's not already decided that is good stuff. None of that gets in there. I only let the good juices in. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
You know what I mean?
Do you see one here you want to read?
Okay, let's see. Oh, we haven't heard from Fat Rob in a while.
Here we go.
Okay, this is our old friend,
Fat Rob. It's been a while.
Yeah. I had the privilege, nay, the honor, of visiting New York this week. I was honestly unsure how I would like it, but I absolutely fell in love with the energy of the city, the natural hum, truly like nothing I've ever experienced, the sheer magnitude of its breathtaking. I was there cooking at the Food and Wine Festival. Fortunately for me, I had plenty of time to do a little sightseeing. I'm a nervous flyer, but I had you guys in my ears the whole time, keeping me calm. I appreciate it, fellas. When I come back, definitely going to catch a show. Thanks again. Oh, thank you, Rob.
Yeah, I thought that was just a nice little email. Just like, hey, I went to New York. It was nice.
That's cool.
And I'm going to counter that with an email here from Blobfish, who has emailed us before.
Okay.
And this one is titled "In Los Angeles for the First Time," and it starts with "Don't like it." This is a coast-to-coast review we're doing here.
Oh, God.
Live in Western Colorado, drove 8 hours to Vegas, spent the night, drove 5 hours to Angeles this morning, going to see La Brea Tar Pits, Moulin Rouge, pretty excited. What's up?
You have to say don't like it. Pause for humor.
Pause for humor. I was just taking the pause, but yeah. I like birds. God. I like birds, so I'm happy to see all the different birds. Spotted a mitred or mitred, M-I-T-R-E-D, mitred. I'm not sure how to pronounce parakeet, which is uncommon. Might have been a red-masked parakeet, which is rare, and a vagrant species, so they came here by accident, adding on to it. I like a little bird fact in there. But the city itself, too cramped. I live in a small town by comparison, so I don't like how cramped everything is. LA's never really felt cramped to me. If anything, LA's a little too spread out for my liking. Things could be closer together. That's Logan editorializing. Everything is crushed together, and the people are weird. They are insane, just running across the street during a green with 2 bags of half-eaten cucumbers. I like that this is being clearly judging the whole city based on one guy carrying cucumbers. Whoa, what'd you do?
I dropped something. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
God. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
That's okay. Also, why is everything so hilly? Well, okay, this is kind of a little nitpicky about geography here. Again, Colorado, surrounded by mountains. I live in a valley, but just it is a hill. The roads are. The roads are also giant, bigger than Denver, and just so overdone in every day they can imagine. Phoenix and Las Vegas really rely on U-turns to get places. Los Angeles require a full 10-lane crossing. That crossing is underneath another 10-lane street. By the way, we Uber around. They know the city. This is how it is. It's insane. I was gonna. Those complaints at the end there are just like, it's not the same as everywhere. Update. Saw Moulin Rouge. The audience was so rude. One lady was screaming, "Ow!" and "Yes, woo!" every time something remotely sexual happened in the most blood-curdling voice known to man. She did this the entire time. Really emotional moment, and the main character wipes his greasy hair. Woo! Thank you for that Los Angeles review.
Look. What you need to understand, thank you for writing in, but what you need to understand is that's just somebody who's very lonely, all right? Who's truly in need of a touch.
Yes.
Because no one woos. Like,
this is sex for her.
This is very close to all the sex. Like, it's...
Sing Moulin Rouge, yeah.
The idea that like even one of the dancers maybe just wiped his brow and like, ow!
Yes, sweat.
It really is like, that's so funny that, okay. I feel like we finally found one of the attributes of like a perverted auntie, because we all know like a perverted uncle. Perverted uncles are out here making those like low noises, like like
that sounded like Sling Blade.
Yeah, just a little bit of growl and everything they say is like oh, would you do it later? Like, yeah, just something that's really uncomfortable. And those aunties are out here also. Those aunties are out here.
Oh, for
ow,
sure.
Ow!
Yeah. They are just happy to lay their eyes on a man.
Wow. You know those people who actually be reading the romance novel outside, like.
Yeah.
I mean, there was one time
reading their smut on the bus.
There was one time that I was on the bus in Chicago, and this woman this middle-aged woman was reading a romance novel, and I'm not even kidding. She was reading, and like nobody else was there. She touched her chest, like. Like she had the book out here, right?
Yeah.
But then she went, whoo. like she rubbed the middle of her chest like she had Vicks Vapor Rub on it.
Oh, I love that.
And it's just, and then you see the cover, and the cover first of all, he couldn't be on more steroids, and I don't know what book this is. I'd have to find it because it's so funny. It's like basically he is, at least from the angle, because she had it down a little bit because she was reading it.
Oh, did it have like kind of a Fabio cover?
It had
kind
like
of
a
thing?
Fabio cover, but
okay.
The woman the woman is on the horse. This is like such a funny thing. The woman is on the horse, but the man, instead of riding the horse or her grabbing him and he's riding or whatever, he's like under the horse. So I couldn't tell if he was supposed to be lifting the horse or if he was getting trampled by the horse. Because I couldn't see the cover well because it was tilted down.
My husband was trampled by a horse, blah, blah, blah.
My husband was trampled by a horse, blah, blah, blah. Ow! Ow, ow!
Woo! Yeah. Squish him with them hooves. Ow!
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Well, I think you had fun in Los Angeles. But also, sorry, I genuinely snorted there.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. So can you choose the one, it's fourth from the bottom, I fucked up?
I fucked up. There you go.
Okay. You already know the subject. I fucked up. Dear Toontown Squeaks, I've been listening to the show since the beginning and have always thought about sending in an email, but never knew what to say until now.
That sounds so so ominous.
I am a high school teacher and often listen to music or podcasts while I'm grading assignments. Well, I was listening to the Balls episode with headphones on. I'm not an animal. While grading tests in my classroom, when Josh said, "Sorry for your ball king," I completely lost it, and the few students I had in my classroom really wanted to know what I was laughing about. Since I would like to keep my job, I could not tell them the whole story, but I panicked and just simply said, "Something funny happened on the podcast I'm listening to." It didn't dawn on me until later that most of my students only know about the serial killer podcast that I listen to, as we use those as sources during our serial killer unit in psychology class. I now have a bunch of students who believe I was laughing to myself while listening to a podcast about actual murders. If kids weren't intimidated by me before, they certainly are now. Anyways, keep doing what you're doing. I'm a huge fan of the podcast, even though I may never listen to it at school again. I love all the Wild Josh stories, and Logan's laugh never fails to make me laugh as well. Best. And then, P.S. Y'all definitely have a bromance going on. Don't lie to yourselves like that.
I try to tell him all the time. He just won't believe me.
Well, you know what? Thanks for writing in. Thanks so much.
That's
for listening
from
to the
Mia
show.
or Maya. It's M-I-A. I know it can be pronounced either way.
And we appreciate you.
Yeah. That's a new one, though, that like the laughing at work club, but thinking you're just a psychopath, like a genuine.
Yeah.
Like everyone gets crazy looks when they laugh at work, but everyone's looking at you being like, oh, man, the last podcast we knew they were listening to was like about Dahmer.
Yeah.
And they're over there cackling away.
And I don't know what's hilarious about Dahmer.
Oh, I like this one here. This is from, I believe it's from Malia, and the title is "Here's an Episode Idea." Hello, Josh and Logan. Josh, I commented on the Instagram where you wanted us to roast you, and I said you look like the brown M&M. I have found some things from my childhood in Texas that I think you might like. Beware, these annoyingly catchy jingles will be stuck in your DNA for the rest of your life. I'll read the rest of the email and then we'll get to that thing. Anyhow, love the show. My favorite episodes are Say Something Dummy and the episode about the creamer. I'm also an avid creamer drinker, but I water it down with milk. That's
the
most insane shit I have ever heard.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Watering down. I watered down the dairy with some dairy.
You can't have it pure. You got to cut it.
You do?
Huh?
You drink it pure?
I wouldn't necessarily drink it. We don't know what that was. All right?
Yeah, we do.
No,
you don't get to try to retcon the show like you didn't.
Remember that. Remember that, though. We never fully figured out. We never fully figured out what exactly
Yes, you did.
it
Your
was.
roommate came in and said you guys are drinking creamer.
You just go take her word for it. You weren't even there when she
You
said.
took her word for it.
Look.
You told me.
Look. Jury is still out, okay?
Shut up. You're a fool. Shut up.
No, you're a fool.
You're a fucking fool.
You
Shut up.
are a fool,
Shut up.
and you
Shut up,
always
fool.
have been.
Shut up,
all
you
right?
fool.
You will be.
Anyhow,
a
hope you
fool
enjoy.
until
Shut
your
up, fool. Shut up, you
last
fool.
Day.
Fool! I am trying to read.
You are a
Shut the fuck up.
fool.
Shut up.
Fool.
Anyhow, hope you enjoy these jingles. Maybe you can react to them on the show or something like that. And I just like to go, bye! From Malia. I won't play all of them. I'm going to play one for you just because this takes me back to some stuff from like my childhood too. We didn't have this one. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. I hope you will.
Okay, fool.
You're a fool.
You're a fool.
So I was excited about this because it made me think about. I have a lot of like jingles, like local jingles stuck in my head. Do you have any of those?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me any?
No, none of them are good. And if I say them out loud, I'll just be thinking about them all day.
Oh, come on now. Come on. I'll sing you a couple of mine if you sing me one of yours.
You know what? They don't give good internet, though, so I don't even want to promote them. Nobody should know about them. Nah, let me see a different one. Because the internet one is like
an actual like earworm.
Yeah, it's an actual earworm, but they're not a good company. They just paid someone to get themselves stuck in your head like a real parasite. Let me see. There's one that's. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Oh, you're gonna look for it?
I'm gonna look for it because I want to make sure I'm doing it right, or else literally no one will. There's already probably only a few people from my hometown that listen to the show.
The ones I got in my head, I can sing for you right now without even needing reference because they are so ingrained in my head. There's Rochester Lapidary Jewelers. If you wanna look good, great styles and value, jewelries, gems, and stones. We got everything you need at the Rochester Lapidary Jewelers.
Okay, let's see.
That was a real jazzy one. Soulful even.
Okay. Yeah, I can't find it. So the only thing I can actually give you is this one guy. There's no real like jingle to it. There's just some really catchy music playing in the background, and and then he's like, it kind of like sounds like that sort of Silk Sonic-y Bruno Mars type. So it's like, just imagine doom 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 doom.
Okay.
Doom 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 doom. And then he's like going with the beat, like doom 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 doom. And then he looks at the camera. He's like, "Have you been hurt?" And then they're still going doom 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 doom. He's like, "It wasn't your fault." Doom 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 doom.
So yours is kind of a slam poetry
Yeah, yeah.
ad. Not so much a jingle, but
Yeah, it was. I think he was trying to. It ended up being slam poetry because he couldn't sing and couldn't really stay with the beat. But it ended up being a little bit of an R&B attempt.
Okay, gotcha. We also had Universal Marine and RV was another one. And it was imagine yourself having fun and feeling free. Universal Marine and RV, and it was for boat. It was boat and camper rentals. But having fun and feeling free.
Wow.
Let's do this one here. Do you want to read this one, or do you want me to read it?
I might need you to read it just because it is so small on my computer. It's a little bit hard to read.
And you got shitty eyes? Because you won't get glasses because you're a fool?
No, you're a fool. All right? You are a foolish fool.
All right. This is from Daniel, and it is titled, I accidentally competed in an Iron Man competition, plus stand-up advice. So,
It really runs the full spectrum of like human interaction.
yeah. Hey, Josh and Logan. I hope you all are doing well. My name is Daniel. You may remember me from my email entry in episode number 106, Jim Stepdad, where I told you all about my slightly humiliating experience puking at my local gym. Oh, I do remember that. I have another funny story of something that recently happened to me that I wanted to share with you. But first, I wanted to ask you for some advice regarding my new adventure in the world of stand-up comedy. I recently performed my first ever stand-up comedy set at a local club here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It was a brief 5-minute set, and I not only had a great time, but I was given many compliments from some of the attendees that night. The organizer even caught me after the show and informed me that he could send me the dates and locations of some upcoming open mics if I was at all interested in potentially performing at them. I told him that I definitely was, and I'm currently waiting to hear back from him. All that being said, I wanted to ask you if you had any advice for me as a new comic. This is definitely just a small hobby for me, but I would love to continue to try my hand at it in the future if given the opportunity. Any advice on how you guys come up with material? How do you typically practice? Any and all help would be much appreciated. Maybe we'll give some advice first, and then we'll read the story here.
Yeah, I think that for the most part, just having fun is the best thing that you can do starting out. Like, I think that some people, it's exactly like going to the gym. I think some people like take it very seriously and get really into it and want to like get really far in their first like 2 visits, and then they end up burning out or like not getting the results they want in 2 weeks, and so it makes them want to give up. But if you're just like having fun and building community and meeting people that you think are funny and getting to watch people that you think are funny, and it's one of those things that gives you confidence and a source of joy, then I think sticking with it for now is the best thing you can be doing, because all those things that you could want will come later with more experience. So there's no real there's no real like long-term tip that I could give. I will say one piece of advice I give everybody if I don't see them do it is to, when you start, put the mic stand away from you. Like so many people starting out let the mic stand upstage them. Like they'll just take it they'll take the mic out of the stand and then leave it in front of them, blocking them on stage.
Yeah,
And
a lot of people do that when they start.
yeah, and I think that's the only thing that I tell people who are like almost brand new. Other than that, though, I don't think that there's anything that you can do except continue to enjoy yourself and like enjoy writing, enjoy learning how to perform better.
Yeah, I mean, you've already done the hardest thing, which is start. Like that's what keeps a lot of people from doing it at all, is literally just signing up that first time. Because we both met a lot of people who are just like, oh, I want to do stand-up. And I always say, okay, go do it then. And then they don't, because that's the hard part. So you got that. And I'm glad it went well. One of your next times is not going to go well. Within like those first like 5 times you do it, one of them hurts very badly. Whether it's your first one or it's like your third one. So just know that's going to happen. It's nothing you did wrong. It's part of the journey. It's part of learning it. So if you still like it, just shake that off and move forward. And then I think just, yeah, for writing, like for me, when I started out, when I was brand new, I literally just had a little notebook with me and I made myself just write down 3 thoughts a day. Mm-hmm. Even if they weren't funny, even if they never became anything, I just made myself write them down, which just got me better at not only just creating a collection of stuff, but also made me better at being choosy about what I wanted to talk about by just the nature of constantly writing down ideas. Mm-hmm. So it's not even like generating good material, good stories. It was just like, oh, I have a fleeting thought that maybe is a bit. I'm just going to write it down, and then I just would make sure I'd write down 3 a day, and that's how I generate material. How did you do it in the beginning when you started out?
I really would just like go off of experiences that I had, or like I try to like flush out an idea. So what I did when I started out, which, you know, who knows if this was even a good idea, but I would have like one thing that I really wanted to talk about, and I try to pull as much as I could out of that one thing, and then, you know, one thing at a 5-minute mic became 2 things, became like writing just a straight up joke, became having a set, you know. But like I really stuck to, here's the thing that I think is funny, whether it's a story or a concept, and I'm just going to mine it as much as possible every time. And then, you know, through the process of like elimination and just through realizing what people laughed at and what was just filler, you cut it down from there.
Yeah. But congrats on starting out, and best of luck in your future sets. And now on to the story here. I also wanted to leave you with a funny story of something that recently happened to me. Over the weekend, there was an Ironman competition here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. On Sunday, I decided to go for a run in the afternoon, as I had been inside for most of the day and wanted to get out for a bit. After running for a little over a mile, my route took me by the main road where the Ironman competitors were running. Once I reached the road, I was at this point, once I reached the road, I was at the point running side by side with the competitors and was headed for the famous Walnut Street Bridge here in Chattanooga. Little did I know, the Ironman competitors were also headed for that same bridge. Once I reached the beginning of the bridge, I realized that I had accidentally found myself competing in the Ironman race alongside people who, at this point, had been running for 13 plus miles. I was committed to it at this point and couldn't turn back. So there I was, running alongside the racers on the bridge. The whole time I am running across the bridge, crowds of people are cheering me on and giving me words of encouragement as they assumed I was an Ironman competitor, even though I was in fact not a registered competitor in the race. However, once I reached the other side of the bridge, I realized there was a large crowd of around 100 to 200 people waiting for all of the runners to cross the bridge with signs and bullhorns. I had to make a decision in this moment. Do I run with all of the competitors through the crowd and act like I was an actual Ironman competitor? Or do I run off course and away from the race altogether? I was really starting to feel like the person in the group that didn't contribute to the group project but still got an A+ on the assignment. So I decided to run around the crowd and off the race route. It just didn't feel right for me to run through the large crowd of people at the end of the bridge. But who knows, maybe if I did, I would have received some kind of participation trophy. I definitely felt like I was being showered with undeserved praise at that moment. But hey, I will take what I can get, I suppose. Anyway, I hope you all are doing well, and didn't mind my longer than necessary emails. I'm loving the podcast. Keep up the great work. Take care, Daniel. Daniel, I will say I would have ran straight into that crowd and soaked up that adoration. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, you would have been. It would have been so funny if you had run through and then you were really like talking shit. as you cross. Like oh, you look.
You guys are winded. I'm still feeling great.
Dude, y'all look a little dehydrated, if you ask me.
I was hoping I knew it wasn't going to lead to this because it's too cartoony, but the idea of accidentally competing in an Ironman competition, I met up with them at the bridge, and then suddenly here I am on a bike.
Yeah, because this is the thing. If you're not supposed to be in it at all, because I told you about we did an episode about the marathon stolen valor, right?
Yes, we've talked about that. Yeah,
it's like if you manage to get in one of those things, they only have so many bikes and stuff for the people competing. So you
could steal someone's spot.
But I think even the other competitors at a certain point would be like, why doesn't that guy have a number on his chest?
Yeah. Or you're on the bike and then you're swimming and you're just exhausted. You're like, I don't want to be doing this. I didn't mean to do this.
Yeah.
Someone in an Ironman competition by duress, just like on a bike. Like I didn't want to. I have places to be.
I mean,
I can't
honestly,
do this right now.
When you start reading the story, I thought that he was going to compete out of pressure because the people in the beginning thought he was part of it, so then he just stayed in it.
No, Daniel sounds too nice. He sounds. Here's the thing, Daniel. From this story, it sounds like you're polite and very sure of yourself. So you're like, I'll just get out of here. I'm not gonna let the pressures of the race control me. So you sound mentally healthy, but I would have loved it if you were just like, yeah. Then I ran in there and I got a medal.
I got a medal. I think some guy drowned.
We're at an hour. We could probably wrap it up.
Okay. Can you? Let me see. There's one.
Did you want to do one more?
Maybe one more. All right. Well, this one is titled Strife, and it is from our friend Ben. Hello, Josh and Logan. Logan, how do you feel when Josh responds to your story with, "That's so funny," and immediately moves on to a new topic? Do you think he actually thinks what you said was funny? Also, I wanted to share a couple of stories from high school. Every day while driving,
didn't even let me answer. Just moved right on.
Oh yeah.
That's how little he cares about what I think.
Do you think that I think that you're being funny when I say that's funny?
I do know that's how you react to things that are funny.
Yeah.
But from the outside, just hearing into the podcast, it probably does sound like you don't care. But knowing you personally, I know that is how you react to something you genuinely find funny.
Yeah.
It's how a lot of comics. It's actually like if something is really, really funny to me, that I usually just go like, "Wow, that's really funny."
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't laugh. I kind of just appreciate how funny it is.
Do you? Yeah, I do the same thing. I will laugh. You know what happens? And I've realized this week.
What?
I laugh really hard the third time if I'm watching a clip. Like so like if I see a clip on Twitter or something, the first time I don't laugh at all. I'm just kind of like, oh, that's funny. And then there's a part of me that's like, let me watch it again. And then the second or third time is when I have the laugh that I should have had that normal people would have the first time.
Yeah.
So the first time I see it, because so much of Twitter, even with clips, is like within a joke. So I'm thinking about the joke while I'm watching the video. So I'm not really enjoying the video. But then when I'm like getting the video again, then I'm like, okay, now I know what the punchline is, so I don't have to look for anything, and I can just enjoy it.
Because sometimes, like, I don't know if you mean it this way, but it's like sometimes I'm just trying to like reverse engineer like what they've done, like as a stand-up.
Yeah,
like,
I'm just trying to make sense of what
process of it.
They've done. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially if it's like really funny and unexpected, it makes me kind of go like, "Whoa, okay, how did they plant the seeds for that payoff?" And it's like I'm more putting the puzzle together as the process instead of just enjoying it.
Yeah, which does end up being distracting from the joke and stuff.
So just know when Josh says that's so funny. I mean, sometimes he's probably not paying attention, but a lot of times it means he enjoys it. Hello?
Yeah.
Were you going to finish the email?
Yeah. I was waiting for you to be done.
I was done talking for so long and you just stared ahead.
No, I was waiting just in case. All right, you're a fool. You're a fool. You're an actual fool.
That's so funny.
It's crazy. You would have done great in medieval England because you are a fool.
Finish the email.
You're a fool. Okay. Every day while driving to high school, I would eat an apple. While I was walking into the building, I would throw my apple core into another student's truck bed. I did this for at least 3 months. One day, he finally caught me and asked me what the fuck I was doing. I just shrugged my shoulders and kept walking. I'm still not sure why he didn't kick my ass.
Wow. Baller move.
My senior year of high school, I drove a blue Ford Windstar minivan to school. Another kid who was more popular than me had the exact same van. At the end of the year, the popular girls at the school would go out in the parking lot and write things on the windows of other seniors' cars. They mistook his van for my van, so I walked out of school to see "We love you, Eric" written on the windows of my van. My name is Ben. I drove the van around all summer with that on the window, and my friends constantly roasted me. I love the show, but people act like you guys won a Nobel Peace Prize when they comment the show during the mailbag section, so I'll just say, good job. Thanks, Ben.
That email's a real criticism sandwich.
Yeah, it's like, look, like Ben has the demeanor of somebody that's definitely trying to smash, because it's like, I love the show, but people act like y'all want a Nobel Peace Prize or something.
Yeah.
But good job.
Yeah. I like the show. You're not all that. Also, Josh has this weird reaction. No, I mean, Ben has the energy of a man who throws apple cores into someone's truck for 3 months.
And also doesn't know why he does.
Just does it. Ben is a man to be respected and feared. I'll say that.
Wow. Wow. That's incredible.
That's so funny.
That is funny. Thank you so much for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. I hope you had a great time listening. We had a great time recording. So if you were looking to catch up with us on any of the socials, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We're going to be posting clips of the show. And if you're looking for Logan,
you can follow me on Instagram at Logan M. Nielsen. And if you want to get into the mailbag, you can send us an email, joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com. We read them at the end of every episode, and sometimes we do these big, long ones. We also read reviews on Apple Podcasts. If you leave us a 5-star review and leave us you actually have to write a review. We can't see the 5-star just ratings, but if you leave us a 5-star review, we like to read those sometimes too, and it helps us on that platform. And if you want more of us, we got bonus stuff over on Patreon, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. We've got bonus shows we do there where we debate stuff, where I, prove how big of a fool Josh is.
you're a fool.
You're a fool.
Remember that.
You can also get full replays to live shows we've done. We just did our last virtual live show of 2022. It was very fun. I think this one was genuinely unhinged. So I'm I'm excited and concerned to see what happens in 2023 at the virtual live show, because it was a dark holiday episode. I will say that. And then we're gonna be on the road in January. Josh kicks off his freshman tour, is what he's calling it, and I'm on a couple of the shows at the start of the year. So all that stuff and all the links down below and all that jazz. Come see us.
Yeah, and have a great rest of the week, into the weekend, into the holiday.
Bye-bye.
Fool.
You're a fucking fool.
Fool.
You're a fool.
Fool. Let's see. Let me turn off the recording.
Stop
Fool.
recording right now. To you big dumb fool.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really supports the channel. Hit the bell notification, because apparently it's the only way YouTube will tell you that something happened. And just tell a friend. That's the biggest thing you could do. Just tell one person in your life that you like, maybe you don't like, that this video happened to you.
We release the podcast every Thursday on all the podcast apps, so you should find us there and subscribe on those and comment and leave reviews and whatever on all of them. And also, if you want bonus stuff, you can join our Patreon, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. We have bonus podcasts and videos and stuff there, and we'd love to see you.
Welcome to the Josh Johnson Show. Josh Johnson, joined by my co-host, fellow stand-up comedian Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Doing all right. That's fine.
I'm doing well, man. How are you? Yes.
Yeah. You know?
I am here and I am alive.
Yeah. Okay, so, and this is not, I understand this isn't gonna resonate with a lot of people, but have you ever, one second, sorry. Have you ever been through a major storm?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what were some of the major storms that you went through in life so far? Do you remember them by name?
No, because the ones we get in the Midwest don't get names because they just happen a lot. You just get tornadoes and you get blizzards. There was in Chicago, the polar vortex. That was a big one because that was where it was like crazy cold, like a lot of snow, but also like the coldest it had like ever been in like 100 years or some shit. But so that's the only one that had a name. But otherwise, out here it's just like reason to get in basement is what you that's what you get around here.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like they can't know that stuff. They can't know it's like the worst storm in 100 years and it hasn't been this cold. It's like whenever they say that, I'm like, what are you going by? Like, I understand
records. They have records.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, I don't really trust our Doppler
numbers
radar against like someone who was just using like a regular mercury thermometer back in 1902.
Well, they don't always go with that. But I mean, thermometers haven't really changed in how they work. So if it reads -7, it's -7. Like that's not just because it's digital doesn't mean it's different.
I understand, but you can't tell me that the first thermometer that somebody made, they thought to go negative.
Well,
do you see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that like when I looked at thermometers when I was a kid, it started at 0. I never saw it go backwards.
Sure, but also the question is, we're using a Celsius thermometer because that's different too.
Yeah, but they still tell us in Fahrenheit.
Right, I know, but I'm saying it would make sense if your thermometer ended at 0 if it was Celsius, because that'd be freezing. In Celsius,
Yeah.
Listen, I understand the point you're trying to make. You're an idiot, but
no. You do this all the time. Whenever I'm like on to something, you're like,
you are not onto something.
Your thing is dumb, but I somehow don't have a rebuttal.
Because my rebuttal would be the boring nature of just getting into how the weather records are kept. I used to work in TV news, so I worked with meteorologists and stuff too.
I understand.
Part of why they always say it's our worst storm in 100 years, because that's where our records go back to. It's not because they're like, oh, definitely this is the one. It's just that's they've been keeping those meteorological records since that time. Yes, predictions have gotten different, but they can. After the fact, they know how to measuring how a storm affected after the fact hasn't changed much. There's other stuff, but they know precipitation, that way of measuring has existed for a long time.
I'm totally with you. Sure. I'm just saying, I'm not even talking about predictions. I'm talking about when they say, "Oh man, nothing is hit this hard in 200 years or whatever." Even the records. I'm just saying the records were kept in a way that was poorer than what we do now. So then I'm like, okay, now this being the worst storm in 200 years, the record from someone being like, well, this barn got blown clean off. So like, this is the worst storm I've ever seen. And then you track that all the way down to like present day where it's like, oh yeah, it knocked over a cement building.
They don't. They don't measure storms by buildings.
Hey, you don't know what they were doing back then, all right?
Yes, we do have the records of how they measure.
Nah, the records, okay.
You see, and then this is what you do. When I have valid points, you just go, nah, and repeat what I say,
I don't go
but in
nah,
a dumb
I go,
guy
nah,
voice.
Nah.
You go, nah. Ooh, building. like that's how you respond. And you always act like that's a valid rebuttal.
100%. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You're a confident fool. That's what you are.
No, you are the fool. All right.
You're the fucking fool.
You are a fool. Okay.
You are a goddamn fool.
Remember that. All right. Before you go to sleep tonight, remember, I'm a fool. Before your eyes close.
I think every time I
Foolishly,
sign onto these
I am a
calls, because I'm like,
fool.
this is what I've done. This is what I've chosen to do with my life.
You are a fool.
You're a fucking fool.
You fool. Remember that. So anyway, the whole reason I bring it up is because there was this storm. Let me see. I think it was Kansas. There was this storm that hit Kansas really bad.
This is
And this
like recently?
No. This is years ago.
Okay.
But
I was gonna say, if it like just happened, cut in this part because this just seems rude.
No. Just hear me out. So basically, the
Okay.
storm hit Kansas, right?
Yeah.
But you know how when you're little and your mom will take you with her to the hairdresser or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a thing that I remember from when my mom took me to the salon with her and all these women were talking and stuff like that. And there's nothing to do but read magazines that I also don't care about. Like the magazines at the salon would have like maybe a Teen Vogue once in a while, and I could see what Avril Lavigne was up to. But outside of that,
Right.
it was who was like, who was leaving who for who in Hollywood and all this stuff that I just at like 8, I didn't care about. But I remember this story that this woman under the dryer was telling, and I remember it because she was telling it loud as hell, because you can't hear yourself as well when you're under the dryer. And there was this storm that was happening in like Kansas or something, and it was really bad. It was like make national news bad, right?
Yeah.
And this guy was supposed to be in Kansas on business, okay? And his wife, so they don't live in Kansas, they live in some other state, but his wife sees the storm, because the storm happened like truly out of nowhere. Like I'm pretty sure it was a tornado, but it like there was really no warning. It wasn't like something that had been building or like the fronts were looking like it was going to develop or something. It was just came and went in like a matter of several hours,
Right.
And so that night when the storm was hitting and it was like making the news that this thing was happening, his wife was calling, right? Then the next day she can finally get a hold of him and she's like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Like blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, babe, I'm fine. What's the problem? And this storm happening and him being fine and not knowing what she was talking about is how he got caught with another family. This dude had another family. So
another secret family.
And this is also my first.
I had a feeling. I don't want to call it out. I'm just like, this story ends with affair or secret family, because that's where a lot of these these stories end.
A lot of these people not being in danger, usually with another family, and then they're in danger when they get home.
But they're in danger. Yes.
Yeah. But basically, I remember her yelling this story, right? And I don't know why it caught my attention, but I was just kind of like, that's like something, I didn't know what cheating was back then. I didn't know what any of the
like
things
something.
was. Yeah, but I was just like the way that she had captivated the salon. I was all right, this story clearly means something. you know?
Yeah. There's something good in this. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel that.
And then, as I got older, I was like, oh, okay. Secret family.
Oh, secret families. That's good stories. I'm going to make a podcast out of that.
Yeah. You really can't have them like you used to. Really can't.
We've talked about that.
No,
We've
I know.
talked about
Yeah.
that.
It's,
I'm surprised when anyone. I just saw it. I didn't read the whole story, but it was a news headline that it was a guy. They had found a dead body like in a store or something like that. I can't remember what the detail was. And then they identified the body, and it was the body of a guy who had faked his own death to disappear from his family like 10 years earlier.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I saw that when I was just like, man, it's hard to fake your own death and disappear too these days. Like that's
yeah. It not only that. Do you remember that Runaway Bride from like 2005?
Oh, vaguely. Yeah.
And we were all, that was the most missing a white woman has ever been. Like that was that was truly wild, because I remember it must have been her family that paid for that billboard, but they did something initially that was big. I remember because they used to always cut to the billboard when they would do the story.
Yeah.
And it was truly wild. And then when they were like, oh, she's been like, she essentially gone girled herself, but it was because she got cold feet for her wedding, I think, or at least that's what like the prevailing narrative became.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I vaguely remember that story, but I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah. It's not easy. It's not easy to fake your own death, have that secret family anymore. The good old days are over.
It's also like
you used to be able to just say, "Oops, I'm dead." Just leave, a pile of rubble somewhere, and then go to the town over and go, "I'm Brian here."
I gotta
used to be able to do it that way.
I gotta look up the. When did Runaway Bride come out?
The movie would have came out late 90s or like 2001 or 2 or something like that,
because people started calling her the Runaway Bride, because like once they found out the whole thing. But it's like you can't not want to marry this dude that bad. It was one of those things where, okay, but you could at least let your family know you're all right.
Yeah. Or like somehow
just call your mama is all I'm saying. I'm not
or the life you're running away from is already a second life. You know what I mean? Like it's like they were getting married,
so funny.
And then the invitation from that got to one of the people who they're in witness protection from, and it's just now it's just a mess. Now it's just a string of runaways.
Mm.
I did think of another while you're looking that up. I thought of another storm.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd just gotten back to Iowa. Or no, yeah, I was here. I lived here with Jess when it happened. But there was a storm. It was called like the derecho or derecho a couple years ago in Iowa. That is like, it's not a tornado, and it's not technically, it's not any other type of storm. It's literally just really, really hard winds happen at an instant and just level shit. Like you want to talk about barns that get knocked over. Like that, like fucked up Iowa. It was like a national emergency too. And like that was one of those things where like I didn't know that could happen. Like it was alarming to be like, oh my God, my state getting hit so hard, and then also being like, wind can just do that out of nowhere in the middle of the country, because it's like hurricane force winds just suddenly. And I'm like, I don't care for that shit at all. No, thank you. No, thank you, Mother Nature.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
Thanks for that dropping.
No, I'm just saying. It's like the way that you were describing, I was like, yeah, I don't know what I would do. I'm not like when I saw the movie Twister, I was like, oh, that's not gonna be me.
But at least you can like see those coming in the sky. You can see twisters beginning. Like the derechos or derecho, I forget how they pronounced it. Like that. Because one of my favorite things about being in a landlocked part of the country, in the middle here, is we don't have hurricanes. And then I was like, shit, we can get hurricanes? I didn't know that. I didn't know we could just get that now.
It is like, yeah. What do you call it? Is it the boom cyclone when it's like a tornado of snow?
I'm not sure what that's called. Snow clone?
I'm sorry that I asked. Yeah. Okay, I found it. So Runaway Bride came out in 1999.
99, okay.
Then
I said late 90s. I did say late 90s.
this Runaway Bride was in 2005. So still when
You nailed that, though. You said 05.
yeah, this is
This one stuck with
wild.
you.
Yeah. It really did because it's like this is dumb. This part is dumb. I can admit this
Sure.
is dumb. But when I was a kid, I'd hear and see so many things like this that I thought there were way more people. I thought there was an epidemic of people faking deaths in this country. Like you would see a couple of these a year, like a couple of these Runaway Bride things a year in different formats, like whether it was like a dude pretending he died for
Right.
the insurance money and trying to collect it or
Sure.
whatever. And so you'd see it so much that in my head I was like, man, nobody really out here dying. Like
For a second, I thought you just meant like anybody that went missing, you assumed were faking their death or faking their disappearance.
no, I'm just
Like you see a milk carton with a kid on it, you're just like, man, he had some responsibilities. He was
yeah, he didn't do his homework. Like, he was like, I'm not doing this physics stuff. I'm out.
No, I'm just gonna start fresh somewhere else. I'm just gonna move to another town and say I'm just a short guy.
Oh, she didn't fake being missing. She faked being kidnapped.
Ooh, that's even better.
Let me see. Okay, one second.
Yeah. Let's dig into this. Let's dig into this. This late breaking news story from 2005.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it says so. Her name.
We're talking Twisters and Runaway Brides, and it's not a 90s movie roundup. That's it.
It's her name's Jennifer Wilbanks, and her husband Greg Hudson split in April after 11 years together. And
Damn.
this is from 2000. Oh, it's from last year. It was supposed to be a lavish wedding with 28 members of the bridal party. And
Wait, what do you mean it was from last year? What do you mean by
this
that?
article's from last year.
Oh, this is just like a recapping of the story.
Yeah. This recap is from
Okay,
last year.
okay.
So right now
Gotcha.
I'm reading from people.com.
Oh, reputable news source.
Yeah. Just shout out to People. Okay.
Casting the widest net in news.
Yeah.
Oh, we cover people.
Oh, she was only out for like 3 days. That's insane. Let me see. Okay. All right.
What do you mean out for 3 days?
So I think this whole thing happened within a week. This wasn't like a weeks long search for
Didn't
her.
overstay its welcome.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go. It was supposed to be a lavish wedding with 28 members of the bridal party and more than 600 guests. But just
Did you say 28 members of the bridal party?
yeah,
Hey, this is a message to everyone out there. Don't fucking do that. Have like 4. Jesus Christ.
but look,
That shit's
every
stupid.
bridal party. I'll tell you right now. Look. I'll tell you to the camera. Don't listen to Logan. All right, have enough members in your bridal party to jump them in a gang. Okay. You want to be part of the bridal party, you got to get jumped in, okay?
28 members. That's a family. Just have a family. I don't know.
But just
It probably means more than just groomsmen and bridesmaids. It's probably just like whoever else. They're like, well, we got to give, cousin Sophia needs something to do. Otherwise, she's going to cause a fucking thing all day. So
yeah, she's going to pout.
someone tried to put me because they felt bad not making me a groomsman. They wanted to put me in as honored guest. And I said, do not do that because that makes no goddamn sense. That is honor. If you do one, I've never heard of that before. And if you do that, I better be an 100-year-old man who lived through 3 wars.
Yeah, if you're
I got to be someone they're surprised is there.
if you out here making me an honored guest, we will be enemies after that.
Yes. I can't just be some guy.
Just days before the April 2005 nuptials, the bride vanished without a trace, sparking a nationwide manhunt.
He knows how it wasn't a search. It was a manhunt.
Yeah. Her distraught family made the rounds on morning news shows and cable networks, pleading for her return and saying that she wasn't the type of person to run off. but they were wrong. People knows how to like tell a story, because what people will do is that they'll leave you on a cliffhanger in the paragraph, put an ad. So right in the middle of she wasn't the type of person to run off, there is an ad for a Grinch hoodie for the for the holidays. And then as you scroll past the ad, but they were wrong.
Well, you'd hope they know how to structure it. They've had 17 years to cook up this article.
Yeah. Jennifer Wilbanks, then 32, was found 3 days later in Albuquerque, New Mexico. She claimed she had been kidnapped by a Latino man and a Caucasian woman while she was out for a run. She later recanted that harrowing story, admitting she'd actually fled Georgia on a bus because of personal issues. The wedding was called off, and she and fiance John Mason soon broke up. The case garnered international headlines, and Wilbanks was dubbed as the runaway bride. Wilbanks was criminally charged for lying to police, eventually pleading guilty to a felony count of making a false statement and receiving 2 years of probation, 120 hours of community service, and ongoing mental health counseling. A judge also ordered her to pay the sheriff's office $2,550 to cover some of the costs of searching for her, which this is too far. Because this is what I will say. As much money as the police waste not solving crime, you can't then just put the tab on the last person to get caught. You know what I mean? That's like when everybody's speeding and they finally catch the person at the back of, like, at the caboose. And now that person is like, oh, well, you know, yeah, I got to give you an extra fast ticket because I couldn't catch the fastest guy.
I don't think that's how it works.
$2,550 is pitch and pennies. All right. It could have been an even $2,500.
I mean, that's also not much for for making a potentially nationwide search for somebody, and then you made it up. I mean, I get that. I understand that. And frankly, I'm surprised it wasn't more. $2,000, that's shit. I'll run away and fake my disappearance right now for $2,000. You kidding me?
That's wild. Okay, yeah. No, I'm with you. Fine.
You make it like $200,000, like shit. Man, don't do that. But now it's like shit. I might fake it today.
But this is why it bothers me. She also agreed to pay $13,250 to the city of Duluth, Georgia, to help pay for the overtime costs the city incurred searching for her. Right. So it's like you got to pay the sheriff specifically for their little $2,500. And what's the $2,500 for, really? Because you didn't find her. So whatever y'all were doing wasn't working.
Feeding all them search dogs.
Get them off as prime rib steaks, okay? Start feeding them like regular dogs.
I'm just saying, I got a dog with prescription food. You kidding me? That shit's expensive. They make it a fleet of working dogs. I don't think they call it a fleet, but...
And now, 16 years later, Wilbanks is quietly living in Gainesville, Georgia, and working as an HR director at a telecommunications staffing agency where she has worked since 2015. You need to tell me all this.
She's in there as an HR person being like, listen, you can't run away from this conflict, and everyone being like,
Can't I?
Can't I, though? I feel like I can at least for a couple days. Don't you think, Steph?
She can at least never, call someone out for calling in sick when they weren't sick. That's one where it's like, you got to let it go.
Bro, you couldn't win an argument with your family ever again.
Yeah.
Because if she's ever just like, well, remember when you did this? Then it'll be like, you remember when you made us thought you were kidnapped for 3 days?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
And
not to mention the wedding we fucking paid for.
Not just 3 days.
That didn't happen.
3 very important days. You didn't just get kidnapped on a Monday. All right? You pretended to get kidnapped while we were all gathered there to celebrate you.
All gathered there with rented clothes.
Yeah. And
then we had to go searching for you.
Nobody owned the pants they searched for you in.
Yeah. No one had a search tuxedo. No one's got one of those ready to go.
And if you do, you're a murderer. Okay.
If you do, you got bodies.
Yeah. Okay. Wilbanks fell in love again in 2010, this time with Greg Hudson, who owned a landscaping company. The couple got married, but people has learned that they quietly divorced in April. According to
they still got married?
No, this is a different guy.
Oh, different guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
different guy. And
when did they, not to go through all of her shit again, when they get married? I'm sorry.
they got married in 2010. So it's like, you got 10
Okay.
years in there. That's not bad.
Yeah.
According to online court records, Greg Hudson filed for divorce in March and uncontested dissolution of the marriage. The divorce was finalized 30 days later, and the couple's assets were divided. As for the runaway bride incident,
this article is way too in their business.
I really hope that they never come. Like, when you think about it, this is a regular
not
person.
listeners.
This is a regular person.
This is a regular person.
And so the fact they went this deep on like a regular person is wild.
They can get in all of our shit.
That's too much.
That's too much.
Even as I was
Especially
reading
the other guy,
it,
he wasn't even there from the runaway bride thing. He just showed up later.
Yeah.
He showed up later, and then you know what? He didn't run away. He filed for divorce like a man. Mm-hmm. He walked up to her and said, "I'm done."
Yeah. This is going to be hard, but I'm going to say it to your face and save you the trouble of thinking I've been kidnapped.
Look, I'm not even wearing shoes, so you don't think I'm going to run anywhere.
Barefoot telling you to your face, this isn't working between us. Yeah. Shame, man.
What is?
The, like, I can kind of, for years on the, like, I've only thought about this thing 3 times in life. One, when it was happening.
This specific
story. One, when it was happening. Once, maybe in college when somebody mentioned it, because we were all kind of like, oh yeah, whatever happened with that, right? Mm-hmm. And right now. And
and I'd say that's one more than I've thought of it.
Yeah.
I didn't have the time in college.
Even thinking about it now, I can honestly say I feel bad for anyone that feels the need to like just escape. Yeah. Just not deal with the thing and escape. But the way that you go about it is like, it's so like, I don't know if there's a different scenario that plays out. Like unless they found you in Albuquerque and you were like, well, they murdered me, so I can't go back. I'm dead. You're seeing a ghost right now. Like, the fact that
that'd be a bold move if someone showed up like, aren't you that run away? Ooh,
yeah,
avenge me. Yeah,
because I don't know if you remember this, but they went on like a wild goose chase for those 2 people for a little while.
I mean, I'm assuming. I don't really remember the story that well.
Yeah,
but.
So you can't. Oof.
Well, and it does really depend, obviously, on the whole story. There's, it depends why she was running away. Was it, an abusive situation, something, blah, blah, blah. But then you do hear about people running away. I didn't mean to blah, 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 something that heavy. But I just meant like that right there. Like, obviously, sometimes you don't know what to do, right? So you just panic. You're like, I've gotten too close. I got to get out of here. But you do hear stories about people who do it. And it's like they just kind of decided last minute, like, I don't think I want to. And it's not like they were held hostage. It was just they didn't check in really with themselves until like right before. That always fascinates me.
Yeah, because
of how you could be so like, I don't know, out of touch with yourself and then suddenly be like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly.
Because then you do, and then on the other end too, you do have another person who's just like, what happened?
Yeah.
Where'd they go?
And also it's like that is the thing that sucks about that, is that it's like, even to what you said of like, now people are going to maybe question you and be like, were you doing something to them? And it's like, nah, I was not doing anything.
Yeah.
I was letting them plan a wedding they clearly didn't want.
I was just loving them and supporting them and hoping they were going to be near me.
Yeah. Like that, like
if that again, we don't know the full story in that way.
We don't.
I mean, we might. People seems to have their fucking financial records.
Look,
I feel like if that was part of it, had been in there.
I will say, if this dude that she ran from is in any way a bad man, there have been multiple years and opportunities and distance to be like, oh yeah, I was just running from him. That I think people would like identify with way more.
That would make sense.
Yeah, I mean,
you could understand that,
and there's no reason to not throw him under the bus. You have national like attention, and you still made up that a Latino man kidnapped you.
Yeah, still had to go and blame someone else. Had to go blame a brown man is what you had to go do.
It was just it's very like Julianne Moore was in a movie exactly like this, except she lost a kid. Like her kid went missing. You remember that?
Yeah.
And she was I think somebody black took him. Do you remember this?
Oh,
yeah.
Here's the thing. I went to a different Julianne Moore missing kid movie.
No, she got like 3.
No, I know. The one you brought up was Freedom Land.
Yeah, so there's
right?
Freedom Land,
which is based on a true story.
Yeah.
I went with The Forgotten, which is where aliens take the kid, like erase him from existence.
Yeah.
And I had a quick second of really trying to remember, was there a scene in that movie where Julianne Moore was just like, nah, some black guy took my kid.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, what kid? Because they disappeared him from existence. And if that movie took that hard of a racial turn, whoa, we'd still be talking about it today.
It's like, I feel like her and Jodie Foster cannot keep a hold of a kid in a movie.
Yeah, between the two of them.
It's just always some distress. Just like, what are you talking about? They were just, there's nothing that I love more than like a movie night in, and you're just chilling, but someone is screaming, "Where's my family?" You know what I mean? Like someone
on the TV, I'm hoping you mean.
Yeah. Someone on the TV is just grabbing people, and they're like, "My family, you've met them. Why can't anyone tell me where my family is?"
Oh, if you remember the movie Ransom, the Mel Gibson movie. Oh, you don't remember that one? Oh, okay. Well, it's his son gets taken, but it has one of the best lines to just yell. It's very pleasing to yell. Just go, "Give me back my son!" It's so pleasing to just shout.
Did you ever see?
Try it. Give me back my son right now.
Give me back my son.
Come on.
Nah, I don't want him.
You didn't even try, you coward.
I don't want him. I really love the Halle Berry
By the
movie.
way, feel free to leave 5-star reviews that just says, "Give me back my son." It's my terrible call to action.
Did you ever see the trailer for that Halle Berry movie where she I guess she works at, I'm mixing up Halle Berry movies now, but I think she works at a crisis center, but then someone kidnaps her kid.
Woman? I don't know if I think you're mixing up too, because I think the one in the crisis center, it's not someone takes her kid. I think someone gets her on hold, and there's someone who's being kidnapped.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And so she does. I don't. Is that called Crisis? I'm not sure what that's called.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but
I have no idea.
The thing that's very funny in that trailer is Sally and I laugh about it all the time, where she corners one of the people and she's like, "You took the wrong kid."
As if there would have been a kid, she'd have been fine with them taking.
It's like there's a kid that's like, nobody really likes Tyson anyway, so.
Yeah, you had taken Tyson. I wouldn't have really cared.
You
I'd have
took
followed up,
the
but I wouldn't have cared.
wrong kid.
Oh, man. Mm-hmm. Wow, we went on some turns there.
Yeah. I don't even know. I don't even know where all that came from. I mean, I wanted to tell you about the salon thing for a little while, but
you mentioned magazines and stuff at the salons. Do you remember highlights? Did you ever have highlights?
I didn't get the
fun ones.
No, I just didn't get the boner for highlights that everyone else had. I was just like, all right, it's there. It did not do it for me at all.
I think it's to me, it was the closest thing to a kid's magazine or workbook.
You know what?
When you're waiting for your mom to get her hair done or whatever, then it's like, all right, I can do a picture search thing.
This is what happened. This.
But then some kid would always have them fucking circled in pen or crayon, and he ruined the fucking highlights. Sorry.
That's what would happen. So I would go to the doctor. I'd only ever see highlights at the doctor. I never saw them anywhere else, no salons or barbershops or anything like that. So I'd only see highlights at the doctor's office. And they were we had a lot of sick kids where I'm from. And so they were well worn by the time it got to me. That's probably why I didn't like them.
That is a loaded statement.
Well, look,
we had
just
a lot
like
of sick kids.
all the puzzles were done. Like it was nothing. It was like
We had a lot of. Where'd you fucking live? Chernobyl? Like we had a lot of sick kids.
I remember one time. This was like in retrospect, this was very dumb of them because I was really little, and I remember. This is so bad. I still feel bad about this when I think about it. I was still a very small child, but I specifically remember this time I went to the doctor's office and there was a kid that was noticeably younger than me crying. And the kid was crying because the kid was going to need a shot. And whether it had never had a shot before or it had only had one shot and was really painful and memorable, the kid was already crying about having to get a shot, right?
Okay.
And so then the parent looked at me and was like, tell her getting a shot's not that bad. And I was like, yeah. It's like I was trying to repeat the thing of like, yeah, it's not that bad. Like it's okay, right? And she slightly stopped crying a little bit, and then looked at me. And the mom was just like trying to get me to vamp about how shots weren't that bad. But I don't know, because I'm also like a kid, so I don't know what else to say. Like the first thing I said was just repeating what you said, And so then she's like, oh, come on. And so I was like, yeah, it's quick and it's over, really fast. And she's like, really? And I was like, yeah. I have to get them sometimes, like for medicine, or like I just start talking, right? But now she stopped crying. So now the mom is just like nodding and smiling and everything. And then I can't remember what I said, but out of nowhere, I was just like, yeah. And I mean, the last shot I got, the needle was only this big. And I have no.
For the listener, Josh held up a very wide space between his fingers.
Yeah, I just held up my fingers further than my head is apart.
Which, if you're a little kid, would like go through your arm.
Yeah. And so then I was just like, yeah, it's only like this big, and her eyes got wide, and she freaked out and started screaming and crying more than she was before. And the mom, like, she wasn't rude or anything, but she looked at me like, you were doing so well until that last thing, which is
Didn't
also
stick
like
the landing there.
Which is like I just let it weigh on me, because even my mom then jumped in, was like. I think she put her hand over my mouth or something. Like. But I'm like, why was this my job? I don't even know this kid.
Yeah, why is the bedside manner on me? I don't work here.
I was low-key furious about it, because I was just like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird to put that on you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was horrible. I still think about it sometimes. Anytime I see like a little kid cry in public, I'm like, oh, I did that once. Like I made that happen to someone.
I one time they were trying to get, I don't remember if it was like a checkup or if I was sick with something. They were doing blood work. I don't remember exactly why I was there. Oh, I think I had like strep throat or something. I think I was pretty sick. Mm-hmm. And, so they had to take a blood sample, but I was so dehydrated they couldn't get enough blood out of me. They couldn't, so they had to stick me like 8 times. They had to do like several times in both arms, and then they had to go. They had to go to the veins in my hand. He took his headphones out.
No, thank you.
I'm done.
Ooh.
Yeah. Took me a long time to come back from that. I had a grudge against doctors for a while.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
I'm sorry.
That's real messed up.
You gotta stay hydrated, kids. That's the lesson there.
One time, well, when I was at the doctor, I was still like relatively young, but I wasn't little anymore. I was maybe like early teens, and it's just funny because when you're a young teenager, you're getting to see older teenagers which feel like grown-ups to you, and then younger kids
Right.
which feel like
Yeah.
itty bitty children to you, right? So like you actually, I don't know how to describe this exactly, but when you were like 13 and 14, you have this feeling in life that you actually don't have again until your 20s, where when you're in your 20s, people in their 30s seem like real adults to you, and then
Right.
anyone younger than you seems like a little kid to you,
Yeah.
like all
Yeah.
over again, which is crazy because
That's a good
because you
point. Yeah.
feel that when you're like early teens, you're like, I'm not a baby, give me some responsibility, or like, don't talk to me like that, I'm not a little kid. But then you see like someone who can vote or drink, and you're like, wow, they're like a grown up. You know what I mean?
Right,
And then
yeah.
you're 22 and you're like, I can vote, I can drink, don't come at me like that. And then you see someone who has their own apartment, and you're like, wow, you're a real grown up. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And I remember I went to the doctor's office. I was like 13, 14, and this little kid was wilding so hard, okay, that I think they needed to give him a shot or something, and the door to the office wasn't all the way closed. So as I'm passing by, I see them like struggling with this kid, and right as the doctor was like about to give him the shot, the kid wiggled just right and got a foot loose from the nurse, and like, not even intentionally, but kicked the doctor right in the balls.
Occupational hazard, man.
And so he stumbled back, and I'm pretty sure he gave himself the shot, because the way he had to grab his balls after he got hit, he still had the syringe in his hand. So that dude got kicked in the balls and a shot of penicillin at the same time.
Well, you know. God damn.
Yeah. I hate it so much going to the doctor. I would like I think I even told my mom one time, I was like, just let me be sick. Like
Just let me be sick.
like we really don't need to be wasting the money. Like I'm not that sick, you know?
Right.
Just come on. Just let me sniffle it out. Like don't do this, cuz you're going to ruin my whole day.
Yeah.
Because it always became it always took up your entire day, because you got there, you had to wait even though you had an appointment, and then you had to go pick up the prescription, which was never like on time,
Right.
because the doctor would tell you like, oh yeah, this usually takes 30 minutes to fill, so you can probably leave right from here. We're gonna put it in now, and you can just go there and it should be ready. And that never happened, because they don't work at the pharmacy, so they don't always know what they're talking about. So then you get to the pharmacy and they just have the attitude of like, why would it be ready? Like, who are you?
Yeah. You someone important in this town?
Yeah.
Why would I have this ready for you?
No, it doesn't make any sense. Why would this be ready?
Yeah.
And then, you know.
You know, and I hated going to the doctor too. I softened on the doctor as I got older, because I had to start going to the orthodontist because I had braces.
Mm-hmm.
And those were always long appointments, always annoying. And then like even you going for the routine ones, you're getting like the rubber bands replaced, like you're getting your braces like tightened and stuff, which was just an infuriating experience. And anyone who had braces knows like it's an uncomfortable experience. Even at its smoothest, there's still just a guy in your mouth for a while, like basically punching you in the teeth with a little rubber band pliers thing. So that became, for some reason, then the doctor, I got less worried about going to the doctor because I'm like, well, at least I'm just not in the chair, just having the ka-junk in my face all day.
I always wanted braces and I never got them, so I never really.
You wanted them?
Yeah. I was very worried that my teeth were starting to be crooked when I was early teens. And luckily they didn't. Luckily it never happened. But I remember I went to the dentist one time and they were like, oh, yeah, your back. It was like something in the back of my mouth where they were like, it's starting to curve a little. So we'll want to watch out for that. And I was just like, do I need braces or something? My dentist. This is wild. I don't know if this makes him like an honest man or if he was just this nonchalant because he didn't care. But I asked him if I needed braces and he was like, couldn't hurt.
I mean,
and I get what he meant, but I was just like,
right.
I asked you a yes or no question based off something you just told me.
Yeah. Yeah, we eventually had to just tell the orthodontist to take them off because I had them on for too long. And so have I not told you this before? I swear we've talked about this before.
Maybe we talked. I don't remember you telling me this.
Okay, because you're supposed to have braces on average for 3 years at most. You want 2 to 3 years is ideal, unless your teeth are really fucked up. And mine were pretty fucked up. I had pretty fucked up teeth because I had to have. I mean, I had to have dental surgery when I was 11 or 12 because I had teeth coming in under other. I had extra teeth in my head just coming in at wild angles and underneath. I had one that was coming in underneath some of my bottom teeth. There was one coming in sideways. Just my teeth. I had a bunch coming in just all wrong.
Your teeth were weeds.
Kind of. So they had to do surgery just to get some, because if some of those would have come in, it would have just completely messed up any of my teeth. So we basically had to have surgery for them to go and take out the extra teeth. I just had too many teeth in my head.
This is insane. We've definitely never talked about this. You never said these words to me, or else I would have remembered it. This is insane.
But so I had to have surgery. I had dental surgery when I was
coming into my head.
Coming in my head and coming in wrong. It wasn't just that there was too many. They were also doing teeth wrong.
Oh,
but so I had to have surgery to get teeth removed. That was my first time dealing with anesthetic and stuff like that. That was a
wild.
Trip.
I wonder if teeth talk. I wonder if teeth are just
excuse me, this is the direction you're taking.
Yeah,
this?
I wonder if teeth are hey, you gotta get in this mouth because this mouth be eating all the good stuff. This is the place to be. And so then more teeth try to join the party, and then it becomes that house party where you're like, how do I know you? You don't need to leave. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
They also, I can't believe they told me this because again, I'm 11.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they gotta tell the risks, but tell my parents, don't tell me. I'm a kid. What am I gonna do except for freak out? But they straight up told me that one of the teeth they were taking out was next to an artery, and they're like, yeah, if we hit that, that'll be really bad. And I'm like, why would you? Even as a kid, I was like, why tell me that? I can't do anything. There's no papers for me to sign. I'm 11. What are you doing? But it was fine. But then I had to get braces and to sort out the remaining teeth.
Yeah, they just to fence them up, to put them in line. No more parties.
Yeah.
Fun's over. Okay.
and braces really helped. Made my teeth way better because I had some my back teeth weren't touching right. My mouth was messed up as a little kid. I don't really remember it, but when I think of the reason why I had the surgery, man, my teeth must have been screwed.
I just think about your teeth clapping.
I think I had teeth coming in behind other teeth on
that's
one
what
of
I
my
mean.
rows.
It's your teeth were trying to take a family photo. And
trying to find their window.
they were oh.
It was like I had 2 sets of adult teeth coming in. Like I just because these were all my adult teeth coming in. These weren't baby teeth still.
Okay, this is the darkest scenario. You may need to cut this.
Okay.
Do you know?
Yeah.
If maybe.
Yeah.
You're a twin. Because maybe you ever hear about those people? You ever hear about those people that absorb their twin?
That's why I have extra teeth.
I think that might be your twin trying to bite your mouth.
Is that I absorbed a twin? It's possible. There are twins on both sides of my family.
Yeah, I think that maybe you're a twin, and that's the
There's supposed to be
twin was
4
just
Nielsen boys, but
trying to bite. You know what I mean? Like was trying to hey, I'm here too.
Listen, I've always been a performer. I don't like to share the spotlight. So.
Yeah. So you went ahead and sucked up all the nutrients.
Give me them teeth. No, but then I had braces for like 4 years, and it got to the point to where they were then because I still don't have the gaps in my top and bottom rows of teeth. The gaps don't line up perfectly, and that was like the last thing the orthodontist was working on. But how he wanted me to do that, and I think I've talked about this before on the show, but he wanted me to have a rubber band that ran diagonal across my mouth, so it went from this tooth up here to over here, and was just so I just couldn't like really talk, and you couldn't eat. I mean, you'd have to take it out and whatever, but they just wanted me to be having a rubber band just across my mouth at all times, which just felt weird because then it's just pulling your jaw over. And then eventually we literally just went to the orthodontist, and my mom was like, okay, listen, where we started and where we're at now, way better. Because before, this kid's mouth was fucked. So let's just call it a game. Let's quit while we're ahead, and let's take this sucker off. Because braces are expensive, too. And we had them on for like an extra year than we needed.
And I understand that braces are expensive, so I'm not asking this question in like a sarcastic way. But you get the braces. You can't you can't rent them or anything, right? So like once you have them on, they're yours, right? Like, does it cost more to have them on longer than a shorter amount of time?
The upkeep to go and have them because you have to get them tightened all the time. You have to replace the rubber bands. I mean, now I think braces, even just in the time since I've had them, have gotten way more simpler. But because they glue them onto your teeth and stuff too. So the way they take them off is they just break them.
I heard that. I heard about
they
that.
Just go. That was an uncomfortable experience. They just go in and they just basically twist them all and just pop them off your teeth, which seems like, I don't know, seems like a real goal line stand by the teeth at that. You know what I mean?
How's the glue fare? How's the glue fare when they pop them off?
Just snaps. Just cracks off like the way they do it. I think they did something to like weaken it, but then they just have to like pop them all off when they. Because I had all the old metal brackets. Like now I think kids have them slightly different. Mm-hmm. My dad, when he was a kid, that was when they used to have to individually put a metal thing around every tooth.
I remember when I was in high school, I think I only ever met 2 kids who had headgear because headgear was going out of style. Like we finally advanced past headgear.
Yeah, they kind of learned how to do it in mouth.
But it's so funny to think that they used to be like, there's no way to fix your teeth without the back of your head having something to do with it. Like if we want to fix this tooth, we're going to have to start from the hairline down. All right. You know, because the way that we used to do things is not as good as we do them now, which is why I asked that question about keeping records, okay? I feel like the records can't possibly have been as good back then as they are now.
I will admit they have probably gotten better. But there's some things that we just wrote down. I don't know. Mm-hmm. You want to open the mailbag?
Let's open the mailbag.
Let's get out of here. Let's read a couple of reviews on Apple Podcasts. The title of this one is by John Deere Spoker Model D, and the title is "The Battle of Situational is on the Line." I have never, all caps, I have never had a continuous smirk on my face in a long time. To be able to determine who could have captured my heart, I need to see Joshy perform in person. I pride myself as an aficionado of comedy contact sport. I propose... I propose a cage match between Paula Poundstone and Josh Johnson. Porsche gliders or cats must be prohibited in order to guarantee a fair fight. What's a Porsche glider?
I don't know.
Is that one of those like hang gliders you like sit in?
I think maybe.
I don't know. It sounds racist.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great.
To guarantee a fair fight. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna look it up. I just want to see what that is. Oh, it's just a porch swing.
Oh,
I forget.
Okay,
but the ones, not the ones that like hang from the ceiling, but the ones that just have the like kind of rocking chair.
I'm with
motion.
you. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize people called those
Gliders. Yeah.
I guess. Now, one, love the idea of you fighting Paula Poundstone. Nothing against her, but what an event that would be. I'd pay yeah, I'd pay DirecTV money for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how the porch swing or the cats come into play, but they also must be prohibited. So for some reason, these two things aren't allowed.
I mean, this person clearly thinks I would break a porch glider over Paula Poundstone's head.
Hitting her and her cats. Interesting. Thank you for that comment, John Deere Spoker Model D. And then this one here, this is from, they've listed their name as I Choose Privacy, which is great because then in the review, they immediately say their name.
That's fantastic.
I Choose Privacy. And the title of this 5-star review is Episode Idea. Hey, y'all, my name is Emma, and I love the show. Anyway, you should do an episode on Karens.
Karens, okay.
Okay. We'll put that in the bag. We may have to look up some.
I feel like there's plenty of fodder there.
Oh, yeah. I think there's plenty of stories we can find on that situation.
Yeah.
So I choose privacy. Hey, my name's Emma. I love that turn of events.
Mm-hmm. Thank you all so much for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. We had a great time recording. I hope you had a great time listening. If you are looking to catch up with us on any of the socials, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, where we're going to be posting clips of the show. And if you are looking for Logan,
you can follow me on Instagram at Logan M. Nielsen. If you want to get into our mailbag, there's 2 ways to do it. You can send us an email, joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com, or you can do like those people there and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. And then coming up this Saturday, there are 2 things happening. One, there is our last virtual live show of the year. So ticket link will be down below. I believe that's 6 p.m. Eastern time over Zoom. They've been really fun to do all year. So come join us for the I was about to say kickoff, but send off of 2022. And then also, speaking of the send off of 2022, this Saturday I will close the submissions for the best of 2022 episodes. I'm going to close that this Saturday evening, 11:59 p.m. I guess probably Central Time, because that's when it is for me. But so if you still want to get in your choices of your favorite episodes and your favorite moments of the year, you have until the Saturday after this episode comes out to submit them. We've already got some suggestions and some episodes I'd forgotten about being submitted as favorites, which I'm excited about. It's going to be fun to go through those clips. So we'll be making those episodes, probably after Saturday.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, thank you all so much. I hope you have a great rest of the day and an incredible weekend.
Take care.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really supports the channel. Hit the bell notification because apparently it's the only way YouTube will tell you that something happened. And just tell a friend. That's the biggest thing you could do. Just tell one person in your life that you like, maybe you don't like, that this video happened to you.
We release the podcast every Thursday on all the podcast apps, so you should find us there and subscribe on those and comment and leave reviews and whatever on all of them. And also, if you want bonus stuff, you can join our Patreon, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. We have bonus podcasts and videos and stuff there, and we'd love to see you.
Hey friends, I have some great news for you. So this week, I'm going to be hosting The Daily Show for the very first time. I'm hosting tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday. And this show has meant a lot to me for a long time. I started there as a writer in 2017, and I've loved it ever since. I've loved the people, I've loved the process, and for the first time, I get to sit behind the desk. And if you've ever wondered what the show would look like through my lens, well, this is your chance to watch it. And I just want to say thank you, because this is in no small part because of you, because of this community, because of everything that we're doing on this channel is a lot of what led to this opportunity. And so I appreciate you very, very much. And if you are inclined, if you're in the area, go ahead and watch Comedy Central live or on the Paramount Plus app. There will also be YouTube videos of clips of it dropping as well. But thank you so much. I hope you enjoy seeing me host. I have some amazing guests, and I'm excited to bring the show to you in the best way that I can. And I hope you enjoy the video this week. Bye.
Please make it loud for Josh Johnson!
Okay. All right. Look. Okay. So we are in week 2 of they're like kind of being files, but no files. But like there's kind of like we don't know, but he doesn't know, but he knows, but he doesn't remember, but he wasn't there. But even if he was there, it's not what you think. But like it's a lot going on, right? And so with everything that fell out with Trump last week, now you have people being like, release the Epstein files, release the Epstein files, release the Epstein files, right? And in prison is Ghislaine Maxwell. Now, in case you're not familiar with Ghislaine Maxwell, like one of the central people to this case, she trafficked for Jeffrey Epstein, right? And she is still alive somehow, and in prison, okay? Yeah, so she's still alive in prison, right? And she actually got 20 years for her part in this trafficking. And so now with Trump calling Epstein a hoax, there's been a lot of, how do I put this? There's been a lot of unintelligible takes on if he's saying the entire thing is a hoax or just his involvement is a hoax, or no one can really tell. There's not a lot of like centered messaging on what is supposed to be the narrative here. And because of that, now you got Ghislaine and her lawyers from prison being like, oh, well, if it's a hoax, no, I'm just saying if like nobody got trafficked to anybody, then I'd like to appeal, right? And then there's people that are like, the client list, we need the client list, we need the little black book, we need the client list, why won't they release things? And then you even had Democrats saying in the House, like, we want to release the files, and they put it to a vote, and Republicans voted to block that release. And they voted to block that release, they said, because, it was part of another bill and it would have passed a bunch of stuff we don't want to pass. So then a bipartisan group went out and they were like, now we should vote on this, and it's Epstein stuff only, right? So everyone's like, release the files, right? And then Ghislaine is like, I got the files. I got them in my head. Like, I'll tell you right now, which is such a crazy thing to me to watch. If you've been watching this whole thing take place, Ghislaine got arrested in like 2020. I think she got sentenced in like 2022. And she's been in jail this whole time. Why is she just now saying, I got the lip? It feels like when your boy who like really thought he was gangster finally goes to jail and gets like the first roach in his sandwich and he's like, I'll tell anything you need me to know, like anybody, if you have any questions, I will answer follow-up questions, just please get me out of here. I think there's rats in the cheese, please. And so you had Trump really stressing this week, stressing hard, going back and forth with people. This man's getting more comfortable cursing out loud and on text. Like, he's crazy. Just like decorum's fully out the window. Like, there wasn't much of it to begin with, but now he's just like, ah! And this is the other thing that trips me up, is that they're throwing everything they can in front of this like Epstein monster, like Pac-Man, right? Let's just throw this while we run away. And they never admit that Trump isn't doing well in any way, ever. And then they came out saying he had chronic venous, I don't really know what that third word is, I'm not gonna lie to you. But basically he got chronic veins or something. I don't know if that means he got extra, or I don't know what it is, but it's affecting, his health a little bit, and his hand looks like he got an ace bandage on it, but like that's his skin, right? And so I saw that and I was like, wow, they must really want this thing to go. Talk about anything else, please. And then just today, Tulsi Gabbard released these Obama Russia files. You know, the files everybody's talking about. You know, the files that just last week were like, when they gonna release those Obama Russia files? Why can't they get the Obama? What is Obama hiding? All right? We want his Russia files. You know, we've been hungry, thirsty for some Obama Russian files. Ooh, I can't wait to it. I can taste them. Let me get those Obama Russia files. That's so bad. That's so bad. It means you have nothing. You truly have nothing to throw in the way of this thing, because Obama Russia file, you won. You won in 2016, you won in 2024. I haven't read the Obama Russia files, admittedly. I haven't read them yet. But I have a spoiler alert for you. Trump came out on top. And he over here stressing when he could have just done nothing. Eventually, he's in the White House, he's asked about it, and he's like, look, if Pam Bondi finds anything credible, she can release it. That's all he had to say the whole time. He could have avoided this entire thing if he had just said that, look, if the AG finds something credible, she can release it. And then people really don't have much to say, because it's like, that's what they want. He says you're going to get it. I don't know if that's true, but like, that's all you have to do. Keep your calm, play it cool. Instead, he was like, why would you, And it's because he felt caught. And the only people who within this week have been as caught as Trump and reacted as badly was that couple at the Coldplay concert.
thought I was shocked when I saw like Trump's Epstein Files tweets, right? This thing, the clip is about 14 seconds. I've been watching it for 20 hours. Okay, all right. In case you haven't seen this, it's a Coldplay concert, right? Coldplaying. Coldplay doing their thing, all right? Being Colds. Coldplaying particularly hard that night. And they did this thing that's becoming more popular at big concerts, because Coldplay doing like a stadium. And there's a thing that you can do at a public event, like an entertainment event, whether it's sports, whether it's music, whatever, where you can put out a cam into the audience. And I don't know how to describe it, but when you do that, it does make the entire thing, as big as it is, feel more intimate. Because now you're over here enjoying Coldplay, and you see the other people there enjoying Coldplay, and they're just like you. And they're just as excited to be on the screen as you would be to be on the screen. And they're having such a good time, you know? And so you're like, this is amazing. We're all here together enjoying this thing. I genuinely like those cams because it reminds us that we're all doing the same thing, having a good time, you know? And if we're all doing the same thing, having a good time, maybe we're more alike than we think. If we're more alike than we think, then maybe when we leave the basketball game, when we leave the show, whatever, we have less reason to argue. We have less reason to look at each other as like just completely different entities. It's like, you're just like me. You like Coldplay. You know, and I'm not, you know, a big enough act to do like a stadium or anything like that. I don't really have screens at my shows and stuff. But I heard that the CEO of the largest tech firm in Louisville was here tonight, and so I brought a cam out tonight. If you want to. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I can't afford that at all. No, but if you didn't see the clip, is basically Coldplay throwing people up on the cam and having little interactions, or like playing a little something just for them, or just commenting on how sweet people look. And they're going, people. And then they go to this couple. It's not just any couple. They go to a couple holding each other Titanic style. And to be fair to her, she didn't have the arms out like Rose. She was holding his arms. And then Chris Martin is like, look at this couple. And I don't know, okay. This is where I wish I knew more about like technology and the brain and stuff like that. Because the same way that there is latency on the internet, and there's a delay on a call where sometimes you can hear yourself in someone else's side of the phone call, and you can hear how you spoke, but there's a delay. It's like a second later you hear your own voice, what you just said as you're speaking. So it takes a second. And I don't know, because I've never been in a situation where I've been on a big camera like that, the amount of time it takes your brain to register that that's you that you looking at. Because they're over here, Titanic style. If you've ever seen the film Titanic, and if you're a 90s baby, you know that when Titanic came out initially, home release, it was on VHS. And it's such a long movie, it's such an epic, that there were 2 VHS tapes. If you're young and you don't know what a VHS is, don't tell anybody that. Keep that to yourself and Google it, all right? It makes people feel bad when we have to explain that we used to have to basically bring a projector home inside a hard casing and then put it in a VCR. If you don't know what a VCR is, that's some other letters you don't need to worry about, okay? You're never gonna come in contact with them in your life, but you would put the VHS into the VCR, you would hit play. You understand play, right? You're not too young for play. You would hit play and it would play the thing like it does on demand, but we didn't have on demand yet. Netflix wasn't born yet. We didn't know what streaming was. And Titanic came out and it was such a long movie. I hadn't seen this 2 VHSs. I hadn't seen that since Charlton Heston's 10 Commandments. If you're too young to know what Charlton Heston's 10 Commandments are, it is also a film, but that film is almost as old as the people the film is about, all right? That movie is about Moses, who probably had a VCR, really. Like when you think about how long ago Moses was and when we used VCRs. But Titanic came home with you, it had 2 VHS tapes. And you watch the first VHS tape of Titanic and it plays till about half the movie. And then it tells you to enter tape 2. Tape 2, which will be far more depressing. If you were like me and you shopped at a lot of like thrift stores, sometimes when you go to a thrift store, you don't get to get the thing the way it was intended when it was sold. You might go to a thrift store and buy Titanic and think you got all the Titanic in one VHS tape. And then bring Titanic home and watch Titanic, but you only watch tape 1. And so you don't even know that there's a tape 2 until the end of the VHS where it says insert tape 2 and you don't have it. So you're like, all right, I'm just gonna have to settle with what I got, which was a very sweet story about 2 people who met on an epic adventure. I think I'm willing to leave it there. And it's not until years later you find out the horror that is Titanic Part 2. Part 2 where everything going awry. And all I can say is the first 2 seconds that this couple was on the kiss cam looked a lot like Titanic VHS tape 1. And then when they realize that they are the camera, it looks a whole like Titanic VHS tape 2. Honestly, they look like they on the Titanic. When about tape 2 takes place, And so you see them. And this is where things went wrong. Because rather than just playing it cool, than just, chilling, the woman immediately covers her face and whips around. Okay. All right. Look. Look. Don't judge, okay? When I was a kid, there were kids in my neighborhood who went a totally different direction than I did, right? And sometimes I'd hear about them, and you especially hear about them if you stop seeing them around. And I quickly got used to the idea that if I hadn't seen somebody a long time, they probably didn't just move away. They may have been locked up. Something may have happened to them, right? And there was a kid who was nice enough a few blocks down. Sometimes I would walk to work in the morning, and it was a long walk. And I would pass his house, and sometimes he'd be out in front of his house with people. I'd say hi, they'd say hi. We weren't like close or anything. And one day when I was back home from college, I went to this hookah lounge with my friends. And at the hookah lounge were the guys who I used to pass by when I was in high school, working that job, running every day to work. And I asked them where, the fourth was, the dude that was usually with them. And they were like, oh, yeah, no, he doing a little time. And I was like, what happened? And they were like, well, he ran up in this store to rob it. And, he had like, he was pretending to have a gun and everything. And not only did he not have a gun, the store clerk wasn't scared of him. And so he's over here doing one of these. Let's talk about this real quick. Because I've known people who have had people run up on them and they didn't see the gun, but they were sure they had a gun because of the way they moved with it, right? A little bit of weight to it. Maybe it was tucked. Maybe it was in the pocket. But there was just a slight motion that they had. There was just a way that they were behaving where if they didn't have a gun, this is some great acting. But this man, he ran up into the store. Give me everything. Do it now. I'm not messing around. I would hate for this to go off. And so the store clerk kept his cool, and he was like, no. He's like, what do you mean? I am armed, ready to kill. Oh, you don't think I'll do it? I'm crazy. And the store clerk, apparently, according to their story, told me, I don't think you'll do anything because... And he points up, and he looked up at the corner, and he was on camera without a mask. And so apparently he went... and walked out the store. I understand the immediate reaction to want to cover your face when you realize you're on camera. But don't do it with your fake gun hand. But he got arrested from rolling up in there and even the attempt and everything. And so he did a little time in jail. And I'm just saying, you're on the kiss cam and immediately something seems awry when you go, oh! And that by itself wouldn't have actually been that bad. No, I'll tell you right now, this is what I firmly believe. I truly believe this from the bottom of my heart. I think that obviously, there's something up when you see yourself on the cam and go, oh, and then you turn around. But, like Chris Martin said, later in the video, maybe shy. Maybe you're shy. And if only one of them had reacted badly, if only one of them had reacted badly, they might not be in this situation. But she went, oh! And then the man just starts to sink. Where did he go? No, for real, where did this dude go? This man didn't just duck under what he thought the camera could cover. This man got caught. She turned around and he went, ooh, But like, where did he go? Like, truly, where was he? He never comes back. Did he open a portal? He might have been in an abyss. This was one of the crazy, because then he's gone and then she's just standing there. And in my head, I'm like, I don't know where their seats are, but it seems like he jumped. I was crying. This man went under everyone, I suppose. Fully disappeared. And then Chris Martin went, either that couple is really shy or they're having an affair. And the internet said, or? No, that's an affair, dog. Tried to be gracious just in case, but no. That was wild, and then we didn't know it yet. But there was another woman off to the side that presumably knows everything that's happening with them. And wow, people find out quick. The internet works quick. Internet was like, I got all night. I'm not at the Coldplay concert. And within hours, people found this dude's name, where he worked. They found her. They found out that they weren't married to each other. This man married, and then, you know, the internet did a thing where, look. I do think it's important. that people know the truth about what's happening in their lives. And I can only hope, like genuinely hope, that the people that reached out to that dude's wife did it with at least some tact. But a lot of people reached out to her, commented, "This is where your husband's at. He's at the Coldplay concert." The Coldplay concert, from my research, isn't even that far from where you live because I already went ahead and doxed him. I just want you to know. And so then people looked him up, and then they looked her up, and early into people looking her up, she had changed her last name on social, apparently. Knocked his name off. And then it looks like she deleted or made private her socials altogether, which I completely understand. And then people started looking into him. And this is the thing about treating people badly. As soon as something blows up like this, anything you ever did comes out. This dude cheating on his wife, and then other people were giving their little testimonies. "Oh, I worked with him. He's actually terrible. He makes toxic work environments. He's incredibly abusive to his employees," saying all this stuff, right? And I don't know if these people actually work with him or not. It's so hard to tell what about this is real versus like people just trying to get in versus people trying to be part of it and stuff. And then I had a moment, genuinely, I had a moment where I was like, what if? Let's entertain for a second. What if this isn't real? I genuinely thought, because some of the kiss cam stunts, some of the things they do at sports games are like completely fake. They'll be like a fake proposal just to like make everybody laugh and maybe go viral, and maybe they'll sell some more like Bruins tickets. And then I even thought to myself, okay, you don't really see this happen in music. So maybe, what if this was Coldplay? What if Coldplay was like, look, this is what we gonna do, all right? We're gonna get the cam up, we're gonna show a bunch of people, we're gonna get it on one couple. They're gonna freak out, Jerry Springer style, all right? One of them gonna duck, he's never gonna come back. He disappears for life. She stands there. The lady next to her, who is supposedly her friend, laughs at their lives crumbling in front of her. It'll go viral. Everybody will be talking about the Coldplay concert. Everybody will be talking about what song we played right before it happened. Genuinely, you have to entertain a lot of things when you're trying to sift through if something's real or not. You have to be skeptical of everything. And I thought about it, and then I saw how Chris Martin moved on after that. And then I saw a wide shot, and I saw that the stadium looked sold out. So I was like, actually, it looks like Coldplay is doing fine. That theory is in the dirt. This looks very real. And then I thought about the company. Andy, his name is Andy. Andy works at a company called Astronomer. I had never heard of Astronomer. I don't think anybody was talking about Astronomer 2 days ago. So then for a second I was like, what if? Astronomer, a tech company, hired Coldplay to do a stadium show. Coldplay does the stadium show. They have all their fans there. The fans don't know that Coldplay's getting a little bit of money on the side for what's about to happen. And then they throw the camera on the CEO. They throw the camera on the CEO and another employee. And then they create this whole scandal. Now, all of a sudden, everybody's talking about Astronomer. What is Astronomer? Oh, it's an AI company. What do they do? Oh, they help manage workflow. These are conversations nobody was having 2 days ago. The assumption when you're in the news, when there's a scandal with your CEO, is that your stock price could drop. I don't know if it's a public company, but if the stock price is dropping, seems like a good time to buy. Maybe that's when they buy back their own stock. And then as soon as I was sitting in my room thinking all this, I was like, I think I've been too deep in this Epstein thing. Like, I think that like maybe I have a problem. And I just like, it's like really changing how my brain works. And then there's the fallout of like, this dude, not only is he caught cheating in front of thousands of people, in front of the internet, but also we find out he's a CEO. We're not gonna find much grace there. People aren't really fans of CEOs right now. And then on top of being a CEO, he's a billionaire. You basically made a Venn diagram of the three people that people hate the most. And it's a circle with your name in it. Because it is a terrible thing. A terrible thing that happened. And I just think about how that's something that happens like now. You know? Our grandparents, our great-great-parents would have never got caught. No, people's grandparents had whole extra families. And as long as you were willing to be a gentleman about it and really take care of both families, they never met. You know, you went on your family vacation with one family beginning of the summer, family vacation with a second family at the end of the summer, because there used to just be more affordability in the U.S. A lot of people talk about how back in my day, I could buy a house right out of college. And it's like, yes, and afford an extra family. Don't forget that. I've talked about this before. I've known people growing up who had like that thing happen, where the granddad, they have like cousins and like half brothers and sisters because of what the granddad did back in the day. And he was doing that on a job that doesn't even exist anymore. That's how much things have changed. This man had 2 whole families as a traveling fork salesman. This man would just go up to people's doors and be like, look, eventually in your life you will come across some spaghetti. And when that happens, you'll want to be, he's selling it like life insurance, you're going to want to be ready when that spaghetti is in front of you, all right? You don't want to be sitting here like a fool with a knife and a spoon. You want to be ready with that spaghetti, all right? And how you get ready? My forks. I got the best forks. My forks can do anything. I got fine dining forks. I got regular forks. I got the nickel forks. You know those forks made of nickel that's... They'll never rust because they're always kind of rusty. If you need forks, I can get it right, all right? Got all types of forks. I got the 4-prong, I got the 3-prong, I got the, he bad accountant. And then people let him in. He's like, looking at this, was it a two-bedroom? Two-bedroom house? How many kids you got? Oh, you got 3 kids in a 2-bedroom house? You're gonna need at least 16 forks. Made his living selling forks. One day, somebody opened the door for this man and he's immediately smitten. Oh, hello. She's like, yes, how can I help you? He's like, oh, I was trying to, I had this briefcase where I was trying to like fork you, like I just want to. Oh, it's no. I'm trying to give you forks. I mean, I'm trying to sell you forks. I sell forks. My name is John. And then she lets him in. And they get to talking about forks. And then about other things. And he doesn't tell her he's got a wife at home. And they start an affair. An affair where maybe she knows about the wife, maybe she doesn't. But then things grow. They feel like they're in love. They're like, let's get married. He marries her. Now he's got 2 fork families to support. Now he's got to sell forks harder than ever. He's got to go to as many doors as possible because the kids need braces. All of them. No, just he sells as many forks as he can, and then one day, one fateful day, sadly, a Sears opens. He's out of business immediately. If you're young and you don't know what Sears is, it was like a department/everything store where basically it was like Amazon, but you had to go. There was no click. You had to leave the house to go to Amazon, and then you had to go put everything in your cart yourself, and then you had to buy it yourself. It was like working at the factory at Amazon, except you just grabbed what you needed and you left. But then one day Sears opens, he realizes he's ruined. What else is he gonna do? He's only good at selling forks. And so he has to sit his family down. Be like, look, I'll be right back. I'm going to get cigarettes. And then he goes to his other home, his other family, and he's like, sit down, y'all. I have something to tell you. It's important. I have to go get cigarettes. And then he would go off and he'd have his own life, and he would die with a lot of life insurance, and then the 2 families wouldn't meet each other until it was time to collect. And that was the gentlemanly way to cheat in the 30s. All right? Because a CEO of a company dating, openly cheating with, I didn't know this was a real title, with the CPO, which CPO, I found out today, stands for Chief People Officer, which sounds like the most made-up job I've ever heard in my entire life. That job sounds very fake. Chief People Officer sounds like what you say at Thanksgiving when you go home unemployed, knowing that your brother is a doctor and your sister's a lawyer. I'm the Chief People Officer. Oh, and I'm Master of Business. That is crazy. I know it's a real job, I know it's a real title and everything, but just, you could have named it something else. To say that you're in the C-suite, just Chief People Officer, really sounds like it was not on anyone's mind before the name came out of their mouth. It's like, we have to give her a title. What's the title? She's head of HR. No, she was already head of HR. She got promoted. What is she over again? HR and personnel and hiring. It's like, okay, Chief People Officer? I don't know. No, it was crazy. And now it just recolors everything with that company. Now they're probably having an investigation right now. makes you take a second look at everything that happened between them, like performance reviews. Apparently, in one of the performance reviews, the CEO said that the CPO, this is what I read, this might not be right, because everybody talking. But apparently the CEO said the CPO had deeply extensive and impressive knowledge. And that's nasty. That's... I know what he's trying to say. That's... No. That is inappropriate, if anything. I hope they take you down just for that. That's unacceptable. You know? You shouldn't do things that you know are wrong. And I think when you get caught, it's also important to know you're caught and to handle it as best as possible. And I think that as far as that kiss cam couple goes, the only way they could have handled that thing worse was if they had held up signs that said there are no Epstein files. Like,
Mira,